else?
In 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Why is Lulu way over there by herself?
Because she was talking to the Slotty.
That's right, she was talking to the Slotty.
I was getting information.
So let's see. Okay.
Right, she was filling in the bad guys and what
Right.
our plan is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was whispering our secrets to the bad guys so they could run away and tell the leaders.
Yep, that was me.
I'm on to you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mhm.
Wow.
How can you not trust this face?
Miyako doesn't trust that face, to be honest.
I'm gonna leave that alone, Abigail.
Right? But really though.
All right. We are getting started.
Oh boy.
So it is Pikri's turn. Pikri sees what's going on out down here, and he is going. Yeah, after that big blast, Lulu. Last we left off, you had done this rather shattering shatter against one of the small Slotty, and they were pretty much instantly destroyed. And then you are now all the way down this hallway. There is its sibling right here, along with the tadpole that it is clutching, and it made a loud noise. But Pikri sort of realizes stuff is happening, and so he readies his action to just sort of like, are we supposed to be? Look, Luella, you're supposed to be over here! And he's going to get ready to cast Firebolt at the instant he sees something bad. Miyako, it is your turn.
Oh god, I can't move that far. I can only move here. Move. Crap! Okay. I'll probably end up moving like right here. Just because the fact that I can't really move any further.
I wonder if it's working. Yeah, so that's weird.
You said this is a red slide, right?
Actually, I can move right here.
Hmm.
Because I'm gonna try and back up.
Yeah, why aren't any of the
Lulu,
commands
if I can. But I can't see the Slotty yet, correct?
No, you cannot.
Okay, but I know something's bad because I heard Lulu, so I have my rapier out right now.
Okay.
But that's all the farther I'm gonna move because, like I said, I can't move and I can't see Slotty, so that's all I'm gonna do for my turn because I can't do anything. Why is he humming?
I'm just trying to like see if the bot can be fixed somehow.
Oh.
But I don't know why or how. But so you're just gonna move.
I'm moving. I already moved my token.
Okay, so you've moved up there. Okay.
Yeah, because that's all I can move. And like I said, I can't do anything because I can't see it yet. But I heard Lulu's shatter, so I'm like, something's going on in there. So I'm like running up, and I'm like, Lulu, hold on, we're coming.
And then after that, do you? So you're holding your action, right?
Well, I can't do an action because. Could I dash?
You could dash if you want. Yeah.
Oh.
Then
So
you'd be able to
how
move
much-
another 30 feet.
Another 30?
Yep.
Oh, heck yeah. I could be inside that room. I could be right here. But I couldn't do anything to him, can I?
I don't think you'd be able to get in there. You would have to be 1, 2, 3.
We'll see, look.
You could be next to Lulu. Yeah.
Alright, then I'll move up there.
Okay, so you'll be right next to Lulu.
Yeah, give me a second.
Okay.
Whee.
Zoom.
Yeah.
All right.
So can I see it at this point?
Yes, I'd say yeah, you
Okay.
can.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be like, oh, not again.
So sad. I
mean, you could get right inside the doorway if you wanted to.
Yeah, I think you can move one more.
It's 55 to there, and then it's 5 more to there. So if you wanted to get right inside the doorway, you can.
Wait, what?
From where you were, it's 55 to there if you're dashing, and then
Well,
you
I don't want to be inside the doorway just yet because the Slotty's gonna have a chance to attack me.
Yeah.
And I'm down to 20 hit points, so.
I'm just letting you know the options there.
No, that's fine. Thanks, I appreciate it. But I'm gonna stay there.
And then, instantly, as you do that, there is a tearing sound at one of the doors here. This one. And
Wait,
several...
Oh god.
Several
kidding me?
slat...
I'm coming. Here I come.
Oh gosh,
Fucking
thanks,
kidding me.
Brahms.
Oh my goodness, hi, thanks.
Thank you for that follow, friend. You guys knew this was coming.
Friends
Slat...
help each other.
Gosh. Thank you, Ayami, for that host.
Well met, traveler.
Well met. So, basically, a bunch of slad poles, basically this immense swarm of them, come pouring out of this door right here.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go,
this
kids.
This is it.
Do we get a reaction
Where's the battle music?
to this?
We're all gonna die.
They immediately go to whoever's nearest, which is you, Miyako, and they come by to attack you.
Of course it is.
Do I get a reaction?
Oh yeah, you held your action, so yes, you can take your action
I
now.
did.
No, she used it as a dash.
I use your dash, yeah.
So I don't get a
Oh,
reaction.
that's right,
now?
you did use your dash, so yeah,
You
don't
have a reaction.
Son
If you have a thing that has a reaction, you can...
Yeah, you still have a reaction.
But
Okay.
unfortunately, you can't use a reaction to attack unless they leave your sphere of influence. So sadly, no. But they're gonna make an attack on you.
Oh, I have an action surge.
You have to take that on your turn, though.
Yeah.
Well,
Your turn.
But
okay.
does a 17 hit?
It's the same, so yeah.
You're
Okay.
beat.
So what they're gonna do is 1, 2. Okay, they do 8 damage as they start. These ones are sort of like they're not humanoids yet, but they do have limbs. But their most prominent feature, their mouth, are just nipping at your ankles, and they start jumping at you wildly, trying to snap at your flanks, your arms, anything they can get. And they do. You are, at the moment, going to take just that damage, and then another pair of them, another
good.
swarm,
Oh, good.
comes
I'm down
out
to 12 hit
of
points.
this one right here. And let's see. They're only able to get right here, though, because they used some movement.
How many of them are there?
I'd say for each of these, there's probably about...
Bad name.
There's probably about 9 for each of these. 9, between like 7 to 9.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
Othal.
There's so many.
Oh yeah, Pikri saw that, so he's going to take a firebolt. Firebolt just he panics. He wasn't expecting this amount to just pour out of the
Okay,
doors, and he just lets out this little squeal as he just shoves out the firebolt and just slaps against the wall. Othal, however, runs towards them, and she's gonna make 2 attacks.
Oh, okay.
There's 1, there's 2.
Nice.
Both of them hit. And
Nice.
as this
Ooh, okay.
immense Goliath charges towards them, you see that her body, her bare arms, and some of the tattoos on her face begin to glow. And then they physically lift off of her skin with this sick ripping sound as she just makes this devastating like punch that just knocks one of the Slatty out of the air, and she's going to be doing one of these for each of those attacks, and she's going to imbue them with her ink. So there's for that one. Okay, so a total of 16
Wow.
and a total of 12. So she does a total of 28 damage
Yeah.
to this swarm right here. All right, let me
Yeah.
subtract that. Oh wow! Oh, coming through.
Yeah, I would say Othal to the rescue, man. Holy crap.
She takes out like 3 of them with like one punch, and then she just boots one with her foot. It like slaps against the top of the
It's
wall of
good!
the ceiling, and it holds there for a moment because of the force that she used to just project it up there. And then she just slaps another one out of her face, almost casually. The strength of this, these tattoos that fuel her attacks, just downright, just tear them apart. And,
she's gonna end up saving us all. Like,
I don't know. We'll see. Kajimori, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Okay. All seems fine. He's kind of looking over at her like.
Seems like she's doing okay, you know.
I am going to target these up here near Miyako with an Eldritch Blast. 2 blasts.
Don't hit me.
I mean, you never know.
I know. I'm dreading it.
Natural 1.
Right.
Don't jinx me.
All of a sudden.
You get a natural 20. There you go.
Oh,
Not bad. Doesn't the first one hit?
The first one will hit, actually.
Yeah.
So it takes 10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna be doing.
Did you really just roll a 1?
Yes,
Okay, so wait, do you get to cast twice? Is that what's happening?
Abby!
Way
I
to
told you
go.
Abby's working for the bad guys.
Right? But really though.
Actually, yeah, seriously, do you get to cast Eldritch Blast twice, or was that an accident?
I do, yes.
No, at 5th level you
At
get
5th level, I'm able to cast 2 blasts with Eldritch Blast.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna give you a little leeway. Who are you aiming towards? Were you trying to? Because actually, no, Miyako, I'm fucking sorry, but like Luella is a halfling. Like she's behind you, so.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I knew it was gonna come for me.
I love all of you so much.
No, you don't.
As the blast hits, she's down there going, my plan is coming to
No, the Eldritch Blast is heading that way for
It is heading that way. I can't stop it.
Sorry.
Okay, so here's what'll. Miyako, give me a dexterity saving throw. Just give me a dexterity saving throw. I'm gonna be a little kind to you this day.
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah.
Okay, you take 4 damage instead of 8.
Yeah. All right, I'm down to 8 hit points, guys.
All right.
Just grits his teeth.
Luella.
Yeah, and Miyako's like, "Are you kidding me?"
Luella's gonna be like,
Sorry.
Right?
All right, I'm gonna make 2 attacks on you. This youth Slotty is going to attack with its claws and the tadpole in its other hand.
Against me?
No, Luella.
Both of those
Okay.
hit.
Okay. Let me actually check something really quick because I do have stats for the younger ones.
They are rolling fire today.
Right?
I'm
They're
sorry.
coming out strong, man. Apparently, Othal just matched them, and I'm just taking all the hits. It's great. I'm gonna die before my turn comes back.
Okay, so oh wait, I meant to roll something else. Oopsie.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
So you take 4 damage from
Nope.
the claws,
Okay.
and then you're gonna take. There's 1 and there's 2. Okay. You're gonna take 5. Oh wait, no, yeah. You're gonna take 8 damage from the tadpole and the claw as well.
Okay.
So that's a total of
12.
So you take 12 damage.
Okay.
As this
Only the
Slotty.
thought was working.
This Slotty that's sort of half grown has its tadpole sibling in its other hand, and it swaps you with its claws on its left hand, and then with both its claws and the snapping jaws of the tadpole, just gets you with both of them.
As they do this, I'm like, okay, I deserve that. I
and it's
deserve
just-
that.
Yeah, and it's just making this horrible screeching sound as it attacks you.
Mhm.
It is your turn.
Okay.
Yep.
I am still very kind of upset about just having to kill this baby Slotty, and then now
It's your
all of these
fault.
other things. No, it was not. You guys would have killed him anyway. Oh,
We know why you're
please.
sad about killing the bad guys.
Mhm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to.
Okay.
I swear to God, if you heal them. swear
Who
to God.
Okay,
else is
so-
your Healbot this round?
I swear to God.
I'm going to go up to Miyako and I'm going to cast Heroism. So,
What is that?
basically, I'm going to touch your arm and you are imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, which is a minute, you are immune to being frightened and you gain temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting modifier, which is 7.
So I have So I can add 15 to those 8.
Yes.
Temporary.
And that starts at the each after the end of the turn.
It'll be her spellcasting modifier. So whatever Luella's spellcasting modifier is.
Yeah, which
Isn't it
was
7? It's the bonus, right?
It's just the bonus off of whatever your charisma is.
So I have 15 hit
Oh.
points right now. Woohoo!
Wait. Sorry, that might not have been the right number.
Okay.
It's gonna be 4 instead.
I have 12 hit points. Woo!
All right, and then I'm gonna
That's
use
pretty
as
good.
a bonus action healing word.
On me?
Yeah.
Heck yeah! So 13?
Is that both of those or just one? Plus your spellcasting ability modifier. Yeah, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 all together.
So I'm at 25 out of 30 right now.
Okay.
good.
But that one was only what, 7?
Yeah, so it was 7 and then the 13.
So you heal me for 13, but then I have plus the 7. So I mean I'm at 25, so I'm good.
Yeah, you're good. Okay.
I'm
Okay.
good.
So that's your turn.
That's my turn.
All right. Oh, I actually messed up one of their turn orders, so I'm instead going to switch this to something else. Yeah. Another swarm.
No!
Oh my god, stop!
Another swarm
Stop it!
comes out of this door. And just like the one over there, they're unable to do anything for now.
Hold on, I'm going back in the game and
Oh boy.
reference just crashed.
Okay. There they are. Alright. Maddox,
Oh,
it is your turn.
Oh man, I am blowing up everybody.
I hope so!
I'm coming back
So
in.
we don't have anything
That's where
coming
I'll find it
from
next
behind
round.
us, right?
Oh, sorry, what was that?
We don't have anything coming from behind us or anything, right?
Oh gosh. No, there's nothing. I said that so happily because Gibbs just
You did,
complimented my
though.
bow. So that was not malicious at any time. It's just my bow was complimented. That's it.
Uh-huh.
There's
Hi,
nothing
Gibbs.
behind you.
Hi, Gibbs!
Except Hikri.
Yeah.
Hermitai, save me! I'm kidding. Don't
How
save
many
me.
of these guys are next to the giant lady here?
I'd say she's taken about out 3, so there's like 5 left probably. There seems to be like maybe 10 in every swarm, it seems.
I don't have any AoE stuff.
But the way I'm using them is that they're a single monster. It's just like a swarm of rats is considered like a single monster. This is like a
Okay.
swarm of slatpoles.
Oh gosh, that sounds terrible. They're like the size of leeches, but bigger, and they can crawl on the ground. Fantastic.
Ew.
Oh,
Great. I'm going to step right into that.
Do
I was hoping you'd go down the middle.
it.
All right. And what are you gonna do?
I am going to, I guess, stab at some of them with my short sword.
Okay.
And then follow up with
Nice.
a dagger attack.
Okay, that'll hit. Oh shit. Nothing.
Damn.
7 from the short sword,
All right.
and 2 from the dagger.
So total of
Oh.
9, correct?
But I get backstab on the first attack.
Indeed.
Yes, yes.
Oh my god.
10. Total
So
of
10 more.
10
total
more.
of 10.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, the second number
Dang.
is a crit.
Okay. So that goes to that group of sladpoles. you're able to make quick work. Your short sword sort of flashing wildly as they try to snap and hop madly in front of you. Their teeth gnashing, very mad. And you and Otho, hi cat. Just making quick work of these. Get down from there!
Oh god!
She wants to go in the window. Okay, go. Oh god. Okay, there. Picri!
So is that little swarm dead?
No, but there's literally like 3 left, I'm gonna say. Picri decides he's gonna spend one of his 3rd level spells.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure he can do this. Okay. Oh shit. Oh shit.
What does that mean? I don't like that sound.
He can do this, but unfortunately some people are gonna be in the
Let me guess.
So I need so Picri, realizing you guys are getting swarmed and that this is bad, is going to start coiling his he's gonna flap his little cardboard wings, and he's going to coil flame from his claw tips and just sort of make it enlarge in his little scaly palms, and he's just gonna like, oh no, look out! And Miyako and Indigo, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. Othal fails.
No!
So you see the Goliath.
Friends help
Thank
each
God, I
other.
have 25 hit
Well, of
points.
course they help each other. Gibbs, thank you for hosting. That's very sweet.
You're resistant to fire too.
I am, which is even better.
Shit, this is not good!
The cat.
Moxie, stop it. We love you.
I can't stop her, I'm sorry.
Moxie's taking over the stream, guys.
Oh my god, this is Picri, why? I need to press, I can't press the key because her butt is on it. Moxie, please.
Oh,
Thank
dude, you rolled a 1 on your deck save.
Yes, I did, but I'm resistant to fire damage, so I'm
He is
only gonna take
resistant to
half.
fire, so
So.
it's a
Well,
good.
I can't even see what I rolled because.
The 29.
Holy crap.
Wow, Picri.
Oh my
Hickory,
god.
what the heck?
Kate's gonna turn back to Picri like,
86?
It's
Can
fine.
I-
Am I gonna-
He cast a
How
3rd
much
level
did I take?
fireball, yeah.
How much
Can
did I
I,
take? What's half of that?
You don't take half of that, you take all of that.
I'm fire resistant.
Oh, then you would take,
Yeah.
Yeah, try again.
16, I think, because we round up.
Awesome. What's
I think
25 minus
15.
16, guys?
It'd be 15 rounded up.
yeah, it'd be 15.
Can I do like an Arcana check or Insight check to see if that fireball was too high of a spell level for Picri?
Sure, go ahead.
I'm down to 10 hit points.
29, so 9. Okay.
Don't worry, I have a backup. I have a backup character. It's okay. Oh,
I don't know shit.
I mean, Picri has always had some talent.
Yeah.
It's just
I look at
he
him like
chooses
fully
now
impressed.
for it
I'm
to
like,
show
wow,
up.
that was a badass fireball.
you're starting to think.
Of all times, he chooses now to pull it out.
You're starting to think. It must be the cardboard wings. The aesthetic is finally coming together for Picri.
It fanned his burning hands a little bit and turned it into a fireball.
Yeah, that's how it goes. You take. Did you succeed? No. Did you make a dexterity saving throw, Indigo?
Was I supposed to?
Yes.
Yes,
Oh,
because it hit both me and you.
I'm coming. Here I
well,
come.
then I should probably do that.
Gosh, thank you, Zelante, for following. We appreciate it.
Hello.
I'm sorry, Noxie, please.
This cat, I swear.
Miyako, what are you gonna do on your turn?
Oh, it's my turn.
You.
Nice, Maddox.
Oh, I'm going after this friggin' slad. I'm probably gonna go after this horde right here with
Okay.
my rapier.
You take 16 damage as well, Indigo.
I know, I already put it into my thing.
Oh, Indigo, not Miyako. You're good.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's 20, baby.
Okay, so which one are you attacking?
Can I use Uncanny
This
Dodge
swarm
on
right
that?
here.
Okay, let me check how much HP it has. Okay, yeah, go ahead and attack that swarm. Wait, you already rolled damage. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
Starting at 5th level, I can use Uncanny Dodge. Is that something I can use against a spell effect, or is that just for melee and
I'm
ranged?
fairly certain you can, yes. So...
You don't need it though, because you saved.
I know, but I can half the half and only take 7 points of damage.
Oh, okay.
So...
I'm gonna use my reaction
This
to do
is-
that and only take 7 points.
I'm struggling here, I'm sorry.
Noodle! Where's Noodle? Bring in the caca.
Dude, she is in the camera. She is like, no,
Just-
I'm running the game.
The kitty relocation program.
Or the kitty is running the game today.
I just can't right now, I'm sorry! So, you are able to
Came
just...
right back over here.
That is actually Maddox right there.
Alright.
It is.
Oh, Moxie,
You will
Moxie,
never
Moxie.
forget me.
Miyako, are you using your rapier, right?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
I am.
so you
and I freaking nat 20 that shit.
so describe to me
She's
this
been all up
flourish.
in there too.
This flourish you use to destroy what remains of this
Because I'm mad that
charred,
thing hit me.
charged swarm of
Oh,
slatty.
the kitty. I know.
And you get a
And it's
second attack,
funny is every
Miyako.
time 4 stretches up to try and look, the cat stretches up too.
Yeah. Miyako, you also get a second attack because.
Do I really? Oh, yeah.
You're a 5th level fighter.
Heck yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and attack. I'm
Yeah,
going to
that's
turn
a good
around and I'm going to attack this red one right here with my rapier again.
All right, do it.
Oh, nat 20 again.
Dang.
So apparently we can only roll maximum or minimum. Apparently. Okay.
What? I'm okay with
Um,
this.
That's 11 damage in total.
I'm okay with this.
Hold on. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, thank you for the Moxie compliments, chat. I really appreciate it. So does she, apparently. Miyako, as you whip out your rapier, sort of like bracing yourself against this massive fireball that just exploded in this vicinity, you see that you kind of notice that the slad poles are really just hampered by this flame that just sent them like flying. So you quickly
I
dispatch
growl and I'm just like, Pigry! And then I go after these slatty.
and then you whip around, your tail sort of whipping in tandem with your movements as you start to stab and flourish at this slatty's skin. And it recoils, clearly rebuffed by what has just happened. And then it is this swarm. Oh wait, actually this swarm is dead.
Yeah!
So,
Yes, son.
it is Othol's
One
turn.
down.
Othol,
I'm still at 10
comes
hit
over to
points
this
though.
one.
So I'm hurting.
And she's going to make 2 attacks. 12. Only that first one is gonna hit, and she'll bear with that. 6 damage. Okay. And from there, it is Kage Mori's turn. Go ahead, buddy.
Don't hit me again, please.
Not planning on it.
I only have 10 hit points.
I'm gonna move over here and try to get out of that line of sight. Well, this swarm is still going right here, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh, I didn't kill it.
Moving that way.
Yeah, no, that's
Oh
the
wait,
one
no,
that's
this
on
one.
the
This
map.
one's dead. That's right. You did kill it.
Yeah.
The fireball
Okay.
killed this one.
Okay, yeah. So let's go with this plan here. Do I have a straight line of sight from this point to this red slad?
At this point, you do. Yes.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, it's time to start hitting that guy up.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna start focusing on him since he's right there.
Something really fast. Yes. I'm gonna cast Hex on him. Oh my!
That hex. Beautiful.
That voice.
Oh, lovely.
Then I will Eldritch Blast.
Moxie.
And I'll give him a, I guess,
Sorry.
Dex ability
The
check.
cat though.
On dex ability checks, got it.
Let's see. And here we go. 2 Eldritch Blasts at that red slatty.
That hits, and that slatty is
Alright, so that's one hit.
okay. I'm gonna say your Eldritch Blast it just slams against the wall, unable to really make any headway with it.
Thank God.
But that
Doesn't
first
hit me.
one with that 9 damage definitely finds purchase.
Yes, and that's with the Hex, it's an additional 4 necrotic,
Ouch.
so that's 13 damage.
All right. It clearly not having a good time. Begins to flail its sibling about. Once again at Luella. Speaking this abominable language towards you, and not even taking the time to telepathically give it to you. So here's the 2
Do I
attacks.
recognize this language at all?
I was gonna say, do any of us understand this language?
What languages do you speak?
I think I only speak Common and Infernal, so probably not.
Draconic and Common.
Draconic and Common.
I
Afraid
also
not.
spent some time in Limbo.
I
so
speak
that
in
would-
Infernal and Common.
Infernal and Common.
Just
Sadly,
speaking common in Tabaxi.
Sadly not. And Tabaxi comment. So the sibling is able to
I like the meal.
bite you. You take 9 damage, Luella.
Okay.
But its other claws sort of aren't able to find purchase and just swing over your head as you duck. It is now your turn.
Okay. I am feeling a little bit hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done with this person and its sibling attacking me. I tried to be nice, and now I'm not
Shit, no more nice Luella.
I'm not a big fan anymore. So
She's
I'm
not
gonna
messing
do-
around no more.
So what I'm gonna do for my action, I'm gonna cast Shatter.
Oh boy!
So that doesn't affect me, right?
Let me see. Actually, I want to make
I
sure.
think Shadow might be an AoE.
Yeah, it's a 10
Come
foot
on,
radius.
Moxie.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that then.
Okay,
I
fine.
lied. That is not something I'm gonna do.
The cat has left the desk.
Yay!
Bye, I'll cast Vicious Mockery instead.
Yay! DC
Ooh.
15.
Yes.
Nice.
14.
Oh, ho, ho.
Nice.
Nope.
All right.
6 damage, yes?
Yes, 6 damage, and
Ouch.
then as a bonus action, I am going to expend one of my bardic inspiration to grant myself a wondrous otherworldly appearance. So,
Hey, the bot's working again.
Mhm.
I know!
So- all of you guys within 60 feet of me, you can each gain temporary 2d6 hit points.
Wow!
Yeah,
How many?
2d6.
And you're rolling that?
I don't know. Do I roll it?
I think so, you're doing it.
I say yeah,
Yeah.
you go ahead and roll it. I think
Okay,
that'll
let's
be
do
fun.
this.
That way
Temporary-
everybody is equal. You can't make fun of them if
Exactly.
they roll ones. I'm gonna close the window now that Moxie isn't using it.
Congratulations, you have 3 temporary hit
I'll
points.
take it. It's more than I did.
Ugh.
Yeah, and that was my bonus action.
Okay.
now I'm done.
Anything else? Do you want to move?
No. Oh, I still have my movement, don't I? I'm gonna try to slide away from this slatty right here.
Alright, it's going to get an attack of opportunity.
Oh no, never mind. No, I don't like that.
She's like,
Nope.
nope.
I'll just stay here.
Alright.
I wouldn't be able to interfere if it did that, right?
No.
I don't believe so.
You would have to have a specific skill for that.
Okay.
They're like
Because I would say
protect-
she could move, but then I could jump in front of her.
Alright, so the swarm here is going to, oddly enough, move away from Othal and dart towards you, Maddox. It sort of like slithers past her legs, and she's also taken aback by this. And they're going to attack you.
Why do they want to jump on the kitty?
10.
It's too adorable.
I took off another 7 hit points, by the way, because Uncanny Dodge does not work against Fireball.
Oh no!
Oh, really?
Yeah, I put it into the Zoom chat.
Ew. You have a lot of hit points, though, don't you?
Not anymore.
It's a little bit
Yeah.
less now.
Yeah.
I got a lot less now.
Yeah.
Pickery fucked me up.
I
Remember,
know,
you gotta
he's
bring
sorry,
temporary
he's
hit
sorry.
points.
Yeah, so
Yeah, those
I
go
don't
on
really-
top now.
why is my armor class that low? That's not right.
What is your armor class, by the way?
What's leather armor? That's 13 plus dex,
Dex.
or 12 plus dex?
No, leather is 11 plus dex, and then
Oh my.
studded leather is 12 plus dex.
11 plus dex.
11
Yeah.
So
plus
I should be
dex.
at 14.
14. Alright. It misses.
Oh, good.
But they swarmed in around you and are very upset at the turn of events. So go ahead. What are you doing now?
I'm gonna attack their faces.
Okay.
We're gonna go with the let's see. Now, can I take a 5-foot step? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because she's still flanking them, so I don't need to move. Aha. I am going to short sword with backstab. Say that 10 times fast.
Short sword stick.
Muhammad
So
Ahmed.
the 25 definitely hit, I'm imagining.
Sure.
Phenomena.
Sure, it'll hit.
So 9 plus 13?
9 plus what?
13 for the backstab.
Bada boom! As they are bouncing on the ground at your feet, sort of gnashing their teeth, trying to get at you, you expertly begin to baseball bat them, I guess, if you want. And
My short
dispose-
sword, so I'm like, cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha, like, you know, I'm in prison and shit, just shanking the fuck out of them.
There you go. And then they are destroyed. What spell did you cast?
Wait, I have my second action.
Oh yeah.
bonus.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm just gonna drop my dagger that I had in my hand, and I'm gonna swing my crossbow off of my hip and take a shot at the big bad.
Ah, beautiful. All right. Go ahead and roll an attack for me.
That does not hit.
I was gonna say, are we in line of sight of that?
Yeah, you guys are. But it's a bit too far.
Yeah,
The
it's
distance
anywhere.
is intimidating, and you're afraid of hitting your
Yeah,
friends.
it
so
would have
you-
went right past you guys. You would have been.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
But did you want to
It was
move
like
as well?
the bolt past the
Yeah,
ear.
keep that in mind.
But did you want to move at this point?
That's also a good call.
Mm.
I do want to do that. I don't want to get in Cage's way though. Yeah, I'm just gonna move to here, I guess.
Okay.
30.
Lovely.
Boom.
So, Luella, what spell did you cast?
Vicious Mockery?
What was before? What was after that?
Oh, that was part of my class, my
that's
college
right.
glamour.
That's right. Okay.
Here, I can copy and paste it so you know what's going on.
Oh no, 'tis fine.
Are you sure?
No, because I don't think Peakery can copy that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's just like going, I'm sorry. Oh no! And he's like looking at his still with flame on them, like just horrified.
It's okay. It's okay.
And he.
I just call out to him. I'm like, it's okay. Just make sure you watch where you're throwing it next time.
Okay, I got you. And he's gonna, let's see, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, run up here, and I think he's just gonna go ahead and do another firebolt. He can
Am I
either go
gonna
big
set it
or
up?
go home, and this one definitely goes home. Obviously panicked, he just lets it
Aw,
loose as
poor
he's
thing.
running, and he trips over his own tail, and it just falls on the ground and just burns. Miyako, it's your turn.
I'm gonna try and take down the slatty right here. Am I right here? Actually, no, I take it back. I'm gonna do second wind first. So how do I roll that again? I forget.
Second wind is a D10 plus your
your
level,
fighter
which
level.
is 5.
5. So you just roll d10. Plus 5.
Yeah!
All right.
Alright, you get 10 hit points back. And what do you want to do with your action?
I want to attack this thing.
Make
This
that
slide.
attack.
Nope! I knew it was too good to be true.
It deflects your blade with its floppy sibling. Rather expertly so.
Do I have an action surge?
If
You have a
want
second
to,
attack.
If you want to use it,
I
yeah.
have a second.
Oh yeah, you have a second attack. Go ahead.
Yes.
That hits.
That hits. All right. You actually flip the blade around, using the tip to sort of curl into the slatty and its sibling at the same time. Clearly distressed.
I do have an action surge.
Do you want to use it?
I think I'll wait this time.
Okay. Othal, it is her turn. She is going to use 30 feet right up here. I think that's 30 feet. But she's just going to keep her wits about her. And let me actually see what she can do. Unfortunately, she's not in melee range with enough people. Oh yeah, wait a second. Was that 30 feet? No, it was only... Oh wait, it was. But I'm gonna say she... Yeah, she's gonna go ahead and move over here. And she's gonna use... if you allow her, Maddox, she's gonna put one of her big, giant hands on your shoulder.
Why?
I kind of like look at her suspiciously, but I let her do it.
Okay. You recover 9 hit points.
Heck yeah!
As you see her fingers begin to glow with this dark red energy, and the tattoos just ooze off of her skin, and they sort of curl up down your body to your wounds, and knit them together with this hot glow.
At first, I totally have like the open mouth cat face with the, and then like my ears slowly, yeah, exactly. My ears slowly like come forward as I realize what's going on, and then I just kind of like nod to her and say, "Thank you, lady."
She looks surprised and says, "Talk later. Kill now." Kajimori, it is your turn.
I just grin and growl a little bit.
All right.
Spicy.
I'm going to move up here and take a quick peek into this room.
This room right here?
Yeah, just where they kind of came from real quick.
It looks like there are several gurneys in this room. Some of them don't have bodies on them, but I'd say about 5 of them do. But beyond that, there doesn't seem to be anything else about this room that catches your notice.
Right. Going to keep a close eye on them. But right now, more pressing concerns. We are going to Eldritch Blast this red slating.
Okay. Give me that roll. 20. 21. Wow.
And that's an additional 2d6 of necrotic damage for
Dang. Alright, a total of 19 damage. Similar to what Luella did with the first Slotty Youth, you expel a blast that is amplified by the shadowy tendrils of the Hex on this youth, and it is suddenly propelled away from you, Miyako, and slams against the wall, and with a flop back down onto the ground, it's clearly been ended quickly with this blast.
Miyako turns to Kajimori, and she's like, "Okay, I definitely forgive you for that earlier hit."
And
does one of those.
Sorry about that. My bad.
Right.
All right. But
Alright.
after that, you guys are clearly victorious,
Woo.
and Pikri just remains limp on the ground,
When
whimpering
I
a bit as he
reduce
gets
a
up.
creature to 0 hit points, I gain temporary hit points equal to my charisma modifier plus my warlock level.
My
Oh, I forgot. I can also
For a
speak
Dark
Elvish
One's
too.
blessing.
Apparently,
Oh, cool, Milko.
I completely forgot about that.
Okay, and there we go. What do you guys want to do now? As you seem to have cleared the entirety of the Slatty Nursery.
I like this new song.
Thank you.
I really like it. Can we take a short rest?
You can, as you sort of investigate this area.
Yeah, I want to search these
Do we
rooms.
gain anything for short rest?
You get to roll hit dice.
Yeah, to heal
What
up.
is a hit dice? How do I roll that? I forget. It's been a while since I played.
It's for
I'll
you.
get
It's a
my spell
D10,
back.
and you have 5 of them available because of your level.
Oh, okay.
While this rest is
So
happening,
now I have 4.
I'm going to search the rooms and stuff. I'm not going to take a rest.
That's not bad.
Okay, give me a investigation check.
I'm roll. Can I investigate as well after I get my hit points
Not
back?
while you're resting. I'm doing this while you're resting.
I'll just go ahead and draw the rest of the rooms for you.
I'm going to try and be stealthy about it.
Sneaky kitty. 20. All right.
No.
Okay, and there we
He's
are.
stealthy, but he knows nothing.
Eh.
Yeah.
I'm mostly just trying to see where the rooms go and what. I mean, obviously, I don't find any secrets, but
But what are the rest of you doing beyond the rest?
I wanted to investigate, but that's not a thing.
Lulu is still really, really beat up about, because it was like a baby Slad, and we basically just
Oh
came
my
in
God.
and we're like, okay, we got information. We're going to kill all of you. So she's gonna slide down the wall. And since we're taking a short rest, I'm gonna pull out my ukulele, and so you guys can regain hit points by spending a hit die at the end of the short rest.
Okay.
Each of those creatures gain an extra 1d6 hit point.
So I guess we're on 1d6.
If you're
Is
missing.
that what we're rolling?
I believe
you
so.
can just click the hit dice button on your character sheet and it'll.
Oh, duh.
It'll roll one. Just make sure that you you subtract the hit dice that you rolled for each one that you use.
Yeah, I know. I am.
Okay, so
I still have 3 left.
After this hour is over, you can totally investigate.
yeah,
And if you want to make your own roll to find
Can I
something.
investigate now, or?
sure. If you guys want to, you can all roll separate investigation checks if you prefer.
20!
Can I roll a separate one for the pool itself?
Oh, happy.
Roll an Arcana
Yeah.
check for the pool instead.
I like that better. Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay,
Wow.
so what you can sort of describe these first 4 rooms, this one, and this one, this one, and this one. They seem to be the bulk of the purpose behind this nursery. The victims from above, those that were apparently stricken with the disease, or the slotty egg, were brought here to go through the final moments of gestation until the slodpole would erupt out of their chest. And then it seemed they let the slotty that erupted just sort of like hop around on the floor. And then they would like maybe collect them later, it seems. But they seem to have an operation here. You see that this room up here is sort of like an operation room. The bodies here, the holes have been sort of filled up. They've been like treated so it looks as though they didn't have something burst out of their chest. Instead, it looks like they would have. There are like instruments here for like post mortem surgery. Definitely looks like they would use this to sort of dress up the body so that it would not appear as, as it had died in the case that it had died. Beyond that, you do discover that this room right here has a different purpose to it. Maddox, you get the sense that this pool of water, it's a very small pool, not even up to your knees. Gazing down into it, you get the sense that it's used to augment some sort of spell, it seems, but you don't really know how to operate it, nor do you know what would activate it. But you do know that the ring of runes that surrounds it seem to have some sort of amplification magic, something to sort of improve the signal. But this room is clearly a place of solitude, of study. It is filled with arcane shenanigans. And I'd say, Miyako, you are sort of the prime investigator as you are looking through here. It does have several, I'd say, interesting odds and ends. You find several scrolls on one of the shelves here. And as you're sort of looking through them, you see one of them has writing that sort of glows on it.
What writing is it? Do I recognize this?
What languages do you speak again?
Infernal, Elvish, and Common.
Okay, this is actually Elvish.
Yes!
Look at you!
Yes!
Look at you!
You read the words on this, and it appears to be some sort of scroll of protection. Particularly against aberrations.
Oh, I'm right there. She's
That could
gonna.
come in handy.
Yeah, she's gonna kind of like pick up the scroll, and she's gonna show it to everybody. She's like, this is an Elvish, but I can read it. It's a scroll of protection against aberration. I mean, I'm not really versed in magic, but I have a feeling, you know. And she looks towards Maddox and Kajimar, and she goes, and I have a feeling that one of you two, or possibly you three, as she turns to Luella, would know more about this than me. So she's gonna hand it off to one of them, whoever wants to grab it.
I kind of look over at Cage and I say, do these creatures qualify as aberration? Perhaps you would know more than I.
Is it possible that the Slotty could, and that Cage would know these things?
So you want to know, like, what kind of monsters Slatty are?
Yeah, like
Like if they're
What they would
something else
qualify.
effective against them.
Give me an
If they
Arcana
use-
check, Kajimori.
Do you want me to do that, or I kind of gave up that, I guess. In my role
You asked him. You asked him.
I gave up on
Okay.
that option in the
We're
role.
good.
I mean,
All right, Cage. You, with your knowledge of other creatures from other planes, Slatty would fall into this this category. They are aberrations from the plane of Limbo. You also, I'd say, you find it a little curious that Yesta Weirdra, which at the very least is possibly another Slatty, who operates this nursery and collects the slad poles that she gets from them. You find it a little odd that she would have something that protects her from aberrations.
I go, it will protect them. This will protect whoever uses it, I believe. But why would Weirdra have this? As I look to the others. Unless to maybe
Maybe-
protect her from someone more powerful.
maybe to protect her from one of them infecting her, should she make a wrong move.
We also need to remember that there are Slotty being controlled by other people. It's possible there are more than one Slad Lord. It could be protection from another group of Slad being controlled by another Slad Lord. Also, during this time, can I take Othal and can I investigate the cool because
Yeah, I
for what
feel
we
like
learned last session.
I feel like she'd be
Well,
crouched
didn't
over.
Maddox already do that?
He did, but
yeah, but she might glean something else that I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you're taking Othal, you're going into the room with Maddox with the pool. The three of you are sort of hunkered down exploring it, and she sort of traces her fingers along the runes surrounding this ring of water. And she looks over to you and says, "Clearly, this is for communication. It reaches beyond the planes, off of the material plane and into somewhere else."
I believe it might be Limbo. Remember, I don't know if you heard the conversation with the young Slad. I believe they're using this to converse with Boltsoff.
I
The main.
don't know this name.
I believe Boltsoff is the green Slad who's making all the Slads. Let me check my notes. The true Slad's name, yep. Who's probably being controlled by Sorrel.
She
Or working for Sorrel.
nods and she says, "Death Slad would certainly not put itself at risk so brazenly. I'd expect it would use its lessers. But this worries me. If this is here, they've set this up. Clearly this is a plan that has been brewing for a long time." She sort of like dips her finger into the water and just pulls it out, just shakes it dry, and says, "If Sorrel is connected to this, then she has much to gain."
Which is why we need to stop this before it gets any bigger.
She looks over to who investigated these rooms? Like who specifically? I know you guys like spread out, but who investigated?
Kaji. Well, I know Kaji and Mori. I probably would have checked the other rooms. I probably would have checked this room right here.
Okay, Miyako. You look around.
Friends help each other.
Oh gosh, they do help each other. Speedy, thank you for that, host.
Thanks, Speedy.
You're precious.
Hi, Speedy.
Friends help each other.
What up, mate?
Sorry, what was that? Oh, by the way. But Miyako, you are looking around. Give me a perception check as you're sort of inspecting the bodies in this room and stuff like that. There are more things in here, but I'm starting to.
I don't see nothing.
Okay.
No,
Friends help
Cage
each
is
other.
definitely going to
Chase, thank you.
with her.
Yeah.
All right.
Protect me, Cage.
So you sort of realize that there are more iron baskets that you sort of ran across in here as well, because the slad poles bite. So I figure you sort of get the idea that, okay, well, once they erupted, they would put them in these little baskets, and then they would take them somewhere, but where?
Yeah.
And it sort of brings you back to this room of, like, obvious study. Like, there's
Would
several...
Kajay have to make a perception check too?
Yeah, if he's in the room, you can totally do that, Cage.
You might see something more than I did.
That's true.
More
As
than
soon as she came out talking about magic items, I would have gone into that room to kind of look around as well.
Okay.
There you go.
So, Cage, you get the sense that among the bodies, some of them, like, these 4 rooms hold lots of dead in them on these gurneys. You say that maybe there's like 16 gurneys for each room. And you sort of glance around, and you come across, I'd say maybe 3 people in this room in particular that are still alive, but clearly in states of duress, except for one. There's one who is not, and it is a male dwarf, sort of laying down and clearly snoozing.
Not
Oh my
like-
god!
And I
I know who it is.
I'm basically just like looking at them all, I guess. And Cage just yells out, "I have a few alive in here."
Okay, as you guys are brought in, which ones do you point to first? The two humans, one is a man, beard, in similar state of undress, sweating all over. There's another who's a woman, older, gray hairs, curly. What do you do? There's also that dwarf who's just dozing. He looks fine.
Yeah, I point over at those two first because they seem in worse condition.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And
Can I possibly perform
and then
cure
I'll say,
wounds on one of them?
also-
Or I don't
also
think I have
dwarf
that.
over here, but he seems in better condition.
He seems in better
I don't
condition.
think I have that.
Once he points the dwarf out, you guys recognize him.
I walk
Pretty
in
clearly.
and I stop. I narrow my eyes. I'll deal with you in a second, Nate. And then I go over and I cast Healing Word on one of the
Healing word.
gray-haired lady. Yeah.
All right.
Do we recognize either one of the wounded people?
You actually don't. They don't have any wounds on them. They do have scars. The woman has one right along here on her lower torso, and the man sort of has one long wound that just like it looks like he was pierced with something, claw maybe. And you see both of them are clearly like writhing almost. You're-
Miyako turns to Kache Mori and she's like, do you think you can heal one of these, or maybe all of them? We need them alive as much as possible.
Luella, your healing word.
My
It
healing.
doesn't. It
not-
makes their faces sort of like stop contorting for a moment, but then they're back to that state. Doesn't seem healing is helping.
They need some other kind of magic.
I think they need some
Like, what?
holy magic, something more pure than I have.
Othal walks in. She's heard you guys talking, and she steps over to them. She sighs, rubs her bald head, sort of shaking her head. She looks to you and says, "Save your magic. I will take care of you." And you see her hands sort of clasp against her head, her scalp that has been shaved completely. And she just sort of drags her fingertips down it. And you see the tattoos on her skull just come off like tape. And they twirl and twist in her fingers. They're sort of like attached to the tips of her hands, and she just drapes them on the chests of these two individuals. And you see that the ink sort of settles in this circle around their chest, and then it just seeps into their skin. And her eyes are closed, deep in concentration. Maddox, as you watch this, it's pretty clear she's used almost all of the ink on her head. It's clearly almost all gone. And you notice that there's sort of like a tinge of color left over, as the rest of the ink that she has like allowed to seep into these people is sort of having this corrosive effect for a moment, you think. Until you noticeably see their chests bulge outward.
Oh.
And your breath sort of catches in your throat, and you can't help but instinctually look and grab at your dagger because it clearly looks as though they're about to burst.
Yeah, I'm definitely I have a dagger out. I didn't just clutch it. It's unsheathed.
Does this seem like divine or arcane magic to me?
This... You don't know what magic this is. If it is
Oh.
arcane magic, it's clearly beyond anything that the Dark Power has ever summoned. And once that bulge appears, Othal just brings her fist down on it, like, in an instant. And you hear this soft crunch. And she looks over to the man, just sort of like observing him similarly. But she nods as both of their bodies stop writhing, their breathing begins to slow, and it seems as though she's done something to sort of dispel or perhaps cure whatever they were infected with. You assume to be the slab hole.
Interesting magic you have there.
That was amazing.
She nods, says, Rembu was good for something once. Now I am all that's good.
I nod to her, and then I go over to Nate Oroporo. And I poke him. I just start poking him.
Where?
And Miyako turns to Luella.
On the shoulder.
Okay.
Yeah, Miyako turns to Luella and she goes, I don't think that's the best way to make it.
Nope.
His skin is clammy, you notice.
Then I take his shoulder and I kind of shake it a little bit. Nate. Nate.
Oh, hello. And he sits
Stop
up.
meeting like this.
I guess we could. And he yawns. Looks around. Gives a nod, and he sort of like rolls himself off the gurney, starts stretching. What brings you guys here?
I think a better question is, why are you here, and what happened to you?
He starts speaking as Luella casts this spell, and he starts saying, "Well, I was feeling really sick. Figured I'd come here to maybe get like a pill or something. It gave me something, and I just sort of passed out. Woke up here."
Can I inside him?
Sure.
Me too.
Sure.
Do I trust him is the next question. I
Tell
hear
me
cat.
what he's thinking.
Both of you kind of get the feeling that he's telling the truth in that he came here and sort of came here to be treated, but it's clear that he didn't come here because he was sick or because he was feeling bad.
So Miyako kind of steps up to him and she goes, look, we've been through a hell of a lot lately. Why did you come here? And I don't want any kind of bullshit because we've been through so much of that already.
Alright. And he sort of notices you all have been in combat recently. And
Yeah.
He pales.
Miyako not taking anything. I'm like, she ain't taking no shit.
Yeah,
Like,
he pales a bit. And then he says, Kaya Verpur, she wanted me to crack down on, she's my aunt. Crack down on the Slad, since you guys told us about them. So I figured I'd come here, get treated for a random disease, and see where it took me. And it took me here!
What random disease?
Oh, I just said I was nauseous. Stuff. You know, the artist told her all about, like, what are the signs of being infected with Slatty, so I figured I'd fake it and see if the clinic was sketchy.
So you faked your disease to get more information about the clinic.
Yeah, and now it looks like they're kidnapping people and making them pop out slabs.
I look
That's
over
why-
at
okay.
Lulu. Does it look like she's doing her thing?
Lulu, you start listening in, and the surface thoughts are pretty easy to read. He starts thinking about confirming what he says. He says, well, we were correct. The weird clinic is a front. They're using it to just... Oh god, there's a lot of dead bodies.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh, and he's like, oh, these guys have been fighting. Like blood. Oh man. Let's see. I guess Yesta. Yeah, Yesta. She's probably a fake. She's probably the green slab.
Does she speak the truth?
And then you hear... Yeah, Rembu's not gonna like this. He's gonna be mad. Oh, I just want to go back
Are you
to the
kidding me?
gallery.
I keep this to
Real tired
myself.
to hear this dude's
I
name.
don't say anything.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you don't.
Uh-huh.
Well, I
That's an
vote
option too.
that we should go back and take you back to your inn. It seems like we've all had a very tiring
Secret
We should see if
agent.
Well, yeah,
Agent
I should really like take a look around because I was supposed to find out like what they were doing down here.
Oh, I
I
think I
asked
know.
Othal, could you please see if he is not getting one of these?
She sort of leers her eyes at the dwarf. She seems very like. She doesn't seem to like him.
I was gonna say she don't like dwarves.
I really want to black arrow this dude right now. So.
And she says, "I've used a lot of my ink already. He does not appear to be infected."
I kind of side eye to Othello. I was about to say Othello. It's not her name. I side eye her, and I'm just like, I really do think we have all the information we need. I feel like we really should go back to the art gallery and find Kaya.
Okay. Did we finish looking into that room, the study? I feel like there was more in there.
No,
I had
I'm
to
not
click around
done.
to everybody.
I wanna look
Miyako,
around
you
and
definitely
there's-
did notice that there were a lot of things in there that you were sort of pulled away from.
Are there any
What do
weapons?
you mean,
Are there
like
any-
things that I was pulled away from?
There was a few things in there. You remember seeing a scimitar. You remember seeing the desk had some particular items on it, including a rapier and a book.
Can I take those?
I use a scimitar.
You would have to go back in there.
I'm gonna go back in there.
Okay, all of you see Miyako say, or go, one moment, and you go back in there. Okay,
Yeah,
so-
well, because I'm like, wait, guys, there are some things in there that I feel like would help us. I need to go back and get them.
Okay, so what do you go to first? The scimitar is sort of hanging on this rack next to lots of clothes.
I'm gonna go to the rapier first.
Okay, so the rapier is on this desk table, and
It's
this
like, let me
desk.
see my shit. What's
Mhm.
up?
Right?
The rapier is magnificent. It has this rounded hilt that has this guard, and the guard is like inlaid with platinum. It looks very sturdy, and you sort of test the weight, and it has this wicked swipe to it that you can flourish with and deflect. But you also feel like the edge at the point, the pointed tip, is just, you could thread a needle with this fucking thing. It definitely has this aura to it, this aura of superiority that you just feel fucking awesome holding this thing.
Yeah.
Do you want to take it?
Heck yeah, I want to take it. Do you even need to ask me that question?
All right.
Yeah.
Can I add that to my weapons?
Yeah, because you guys took a short rest. Is it a short rest to attune to magic items?
Yes.
What?
Yeah. It is.
What?
Yes.
This is Miyako. This is a vicious sword.
What?
This is actually a vicious weapon.
Alright.
Upon rolling a crit, you do an extra 7 damage.
Hell yeah.
Nice. I mean, if you wanted to bring me that scimitar, that would be.
It does
Well, I know. I'm gonna go back over to the
You go over to the scimitar. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Maddox, this scimitar is calling your name, buddy.
It really
Yeah, so I
is.
go over there and I pick it up and I'll be like, Maddox. Well, wait, do I call him in there?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, so I go, hey Maddox, come look at this. I think you'll like this.
You know, prick up the cat ears and head in that direction.
You look at the scimitar. It is inlaid with silver and sort of crafted with a big emerald at the hilt. And it just looks like a very fine weapon. But upon holding it and sort of inspecting it after a few moments, you get the sense that it is magical, and upon attuning to it, you realize it is a scimitar of speed.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you know?
Oh,
what that,
no.
Do you know what that does?
I do.
Okay.
That
do you-
gives me an extra attack, right, or something like that, right?
It's a +2 scimitar
Nice.
that also allows you to take an extra attack with a bonus action.
But since I can already attack with my bonus action, that gives me 3 attacks, right?
Yep,
Just like dagger, 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 dagger.
pretty much. But this would just
Jeez.
replace your claws, I think. If you do that, I think.
Yeah.
So for technical reasons, it would probably just replace your claws. If
I
if
just
you want to
wanna get-
wield
Yeah,
both your short sword and
full
scimitar.
damage. It would be full damage though.
It would be.
I love the fact that Jace is like, you take it and your life energy is drained from you. You collapse. Roll a death saving throw.
I mean, with everything Yesta Weird has given you guys, gosh darn.
But really though.
True.
But really
This
though.
is a treasure hoard. We found this. She didn't give it to us.
Yeah. And I swear to
Miyako,
God for it.
You
Swear to
also
God.
you also see on this, actually, for anybody who enters, you also see that there's a box on this desk. It sort of looks like a wooden jewelry box that is sort of inlaid with iron pads that sort of like fold over it, and they're sort of locked tight with this lockpick.
Indigo?
But yep.
I'm gonna kind of make my way into the room, but because they're taking a while, I'm looking around.
Yeah.
Walk up to the desk and see what's going on.
Something's locked. You need an assist here. Can I do an investigation check for traps first?
Sure thing.
Well, I kind of already walked in there. I feel like traps would have.
Oh, this is for the
For
box
the box.
specifically. You don't sense any traps as you sort of look into it.
Traps.
I'll like to use the help action to help out medics.
Okay. So go ahead and roll again with investigation. Oh no. I think the call for me has sort of gone derp. So let me actually... One moment. Everyone's frozen except me. Why is that? Hello.
What just happened?
Okay, we're
Which thing?
I'm back.
Hello.
There's
okay.
2 Ayamis.
Oh Lord, what just
We
happened?
lost a
Oh,
Vincent.
There's lots of
The
me.
internet is about to
Yeah,
die.
mine just decided to freeze on me too.
Oh, there's so many 4s on the stream
Yeah,
right
look at
now.
all those handsome fellas.
It's all
Mm,
4.
God!
Look at all of them. Beautiful.
Oh!
Four, holy crap!
God.
So,
All of the
It's
4.
invasion
lot of
of the
four.
so
Oh,
while I
God,
do
that is
this, Maddox, while I get everybody's cam set back up, you are going to look again with that 15.
Before
It doesn't appear that it's trapped.
Okay.
I can help them also with the thief's tools.
That is hilarious.
So yeah, apologies guys. That was quite interesting.
That was great. That was
That was hilarious, actually.
all of the levels.
I was just like, my screen was like the only one running, and everybody else at present. I'm like, ah, shit.
Yeah,
Because
that's what happened
And I
with me.
looked over at the Zoom window, and everyone was frozen, and I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah,
What's going on here? Anyway,
I was like, reconnect.
Kim just like died.
Yeah,
yes,
mean-
this is some comedy. All of the comedy.
I'm very proud.
That
Okay.
was great.
So, 18. That's going to open it. And as you do, Maddox, you see that the top of this box, as it opens, it has a mirror on it. You don't really notice anything weird about the mirror. It just sort of like reflects. You see your own face, really. And
I
then,
started marrying myself. No, I was kidding.
but you sort of peer down
Whiskers.
into the box, and it looks as though it's filled with some coins.
Yeah, Cam's still in football.
But
Okay. How big is this box?
it's not big. It's about maybe like this big.
Nice.
You see that there is a piece of paper on top of it, and written on it is what looks like 8,000. What do you do?
It looks like 8,000.
8,000.
number?
Yeah.
Just the number 8,000.
Just the number. Oh, I thought he was gonna say more and he cut
no.
out.
I
look
thought you
over
were
it.
down.
Kinda look over at Maddox like-
Is there more information?
Hey,
Um,
I got so into it, I forgot to fix the last cam.
No, it's fine, man. Things
Just
happen.
kind of look over at Matt.
Not
It's like,
important enough, guys.
um,
It's okay.
Abby is in the Miyako spot, though.
Yeah, I just realized. Oopsie.
Nope, I'm taking
not
over
important enough,
Miyako
it's
now.
okay. Oh God.
I'm
just gonna switch up
characters.
I'm gonna play Luella now. Don't worry, I got the double secret agent thing down. Don't worry about it.
I see. I see. But what do you do?
I
now
gotta
that
give
see
you girl
that?
the love. I got it. It's part of the thing. I am going to kind of take out the note, show it to everybody, and close the box again.
As you do you pick up the note and pull it out?
Oh gosh, yes, I totally do that.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Coins
Now we
start
all
to
die.
spill
Sorry,
out
guys.
from under it.
What happened?
Gold coins start to spill out from under it as you do, and it starts to
Whoa.
overflow the box.
Whoa.
Overflow out of the box?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
it's
a
once-
magic-
once you start picking up.
Oh, can I shove it back in there? Does it stifle the flow?
Yeah, once you start sort of putting them back in, the stack seems to like go down.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh,
So we all see
okay.
this.
I
So
close
it's
the
like,
box and kind of look around at everybody like, did you just see that happen?
yeah, and Miyako kind of like looks at him inquisitively, and then she goes, and she looks at the box and back at him, and she goes, "Did you just what happened?"
Apparently there's some kind of dimensional hole, a portable something. You saw what happened. I pulled the note out and it just started raining gold coins. So
I believe there's probably 8,000 gold within said dimensional pocket.
are there? So did coins spill out like on the ground and stuff? Even
Well,
after
once
I
you
closed?
actually pulled the note out of the box, yeah.
So
Alright,
like
so-
stuff it back in there.
I'm gonna
Take the
just
box with
have the
us.
box closed. I'm gonna actually lock it up again and put it in the backpack, and then just gather up the gold coins that fell.
Okay.
8,000 gold coins?
That is sick.
You do see written. There are also lines on it. It looks like it can be torn into 4 pieces.
Oh, so you can divvy it up.
You can divvy it
Nice.
up.
Yeah. So if you take one piece of the coin, you probably
There we go, guys. We just got
4,000.
2,000 gold each. What's up?
yeah.
But
Oh, really?
Lula has tears in her
Put this
eyes.
to good use.
you also see that there is a tome.
You've made it, artist, young artist. You finally made it.
Right?
You have enough to make your album happen.
There you go.
Cage
You can
is
win the
eyeless
festival with
perks
that. You
up.
can bribe some
He
judges.
perks up.
When he kind of he kind of looks over at the tome.
Okay. It is a. It's pretty big. It's a thick, about this big, book with some iron binders on the spine. The cover is made of this pale leather, like almost like a pale blue leather. Very strange.
Like a spell book?
Does it have any writing on it?
On the cover, no. The only thing that really stands out on the cover, though, there's this dried piece of rubber, it looks like. Just sort of like this long, dried piece of rubber that sort of rounds out like this. And then it looks like it was like... It looks like it's been, like, almost attached to the cover somehow.
Oh my god, don't tell me that's a piece of slotty flesh. I swear to God.
I'll try to
I would check.
to
Traps
look
first.
at this
Okay.
closer.
Do you open it?
I would check for traps first.
Yeah, I will check the traps first.
So I'm gonna kind of like sidle over and just curiously looking at it. Can I roll like an Arcana check to see if it looks like it's an arcane?
Can I roll an investigation to see anything about it?
You know what? Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation or both Arcana and investigation for
Nope.
you guys.
I know nothing.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled that with advantage. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. So you can't really get a gleam of what this tome is exactly. Cage, as you sort of like inspect the cover and particularly this piece of rubber, it looks as though it's actually a dried tongue. It's a tongue.
Ew.
It's pretty long though. You
Oh,
also open it. Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing bad happens as far as you
You
understand.
immediately lose 5 hit points. No.
But really though. But really though.
You
So-
go to intelligence 0. Boom.
So you look at this book, and upon glancing at the first page, it looks as though there is writing in it, but it's garbled. You can't really understand what it is.
Do I notice it?
You look as well, and it's garbled still. You don't really understand anything that's
I don't
written on
understand
it.
either. Okay. I was thinking it was Elvish, but okay.
Yeah, you sort of try to get an idea of like, well, is it some sort of like different language?
Yeah.
And you realize it's probably not. It actually just looks like
Yeah.
someone just scribbled nonsense. You also notice that something falls out of the book upon
But I don't notice that.
Cage. You notice that a little stone pops out of the book and just clatters onto the desk.
Is that the control
Oh,
stone?
there's
It's a big stone, about like yay big.
What does it look like?
Grab
What
it.
color is it?
There is a face on it, and it sort of is like making that expression.
Oh my god.
Can I go up and see? Does any
Yeah.
of this look familiar?
Yeah, do we recognize this?
Luella,
this,
give me an Arcana check.
Got
Do we
you.
recognize this face on the stone? 4.
You guys don't.
Okay.
Come on, Arcana.
So, Luella, you get an idea that the stone is probably like... both of these are definitely magic, but you don't exactly know how they operate except for the stone. The stone is probably... You've heard of these. Usually they come in pairs, and they're called sending stones.
Oh.
Called what?
Sending stones.
stones.
It's sort of like a telephone, but only to the other stone that comes with the pair.
So whoever's
So-
on the other side of this might be who we are looking for.
Right.
We already have a way to communicate with at least a couple of the people who are looking for it. I'm not sure if being in communication. However, I am curious to see who's at the end of that sending stone.
Cage, do you attune to the book?
I think he froze and he just walked away from this computer. So
But that face, so concerned.
He is. I mean, that's almost worthy of
Also,
doing Monica.
looking at the book,
The book?
it's still scribbled,
Okay, his-
correct?
his power supply just went out. He's restarting.
Do we have
no.
Indigo approves, and now we have Vincent disapproves.
There you go. There you
He's
go.
got the disapproval face.
He does.
So, Luella, you get the sense that the magic of this tome is sort of connected somehow with the tongue.
Mm-hmm. Is there any way to, the tongue is attached to the
Yeah.
book, correct?
It is. Do you want to touch it, rip it off?
I want to touch it and then
Kiss
try
it?
to read. I'm gonna kiss the tongue.
Oh my god.
So wait, what are you doing with the tongue?
I'm gonna touch it and try to read at the same time.
Okay, you touch it. You sort of like hold the cover, like it's rather
Yeah.
uncomfortable. You don't really see any change in the writing. Your Arcana check does actually allow you to realize the thick leather of the tome. It's actually blue slotty skin.
Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! Oh crap!
But no, the writing doesn't really change for you. You think maybe if someone attuned to it, though, they might get some understanding.
Okay, so that would probably be a cage thing, 'cause I don't know how to attune to. At least I don't think so.
Well, doesn't Max know how to attune to stuff too?
Yeah, anybody who is
Yeah.
attuned to a magic item currently, you would understand if you spend a short rest, which you guys have been doing, to attune to an item, you could use it.
Yeah, but do
I'm
I
not
want
going to because Miyako has no idea what this stuff even is.
I would
What's-
attune to it in a second. Like, I'm super
Oh, he's
curious.
back.
And blue slatty
Hi.
skin? Blue slatty skin.
So, Vincent, Lulu took a look at the book. It's, the tome, the thick leather is actually blue slatty skin.
Oh my god. I'm
And that
gonna
is a
stop
tongue.
And I just hand it to her.
Yeah.
Now, she was thinking about what attunement would do. Do you want to attune to it, or do you want her to attune to it?
I don't want to.
I don't want to either.
Okay.
I already attuned to the regular, so I'm
Lulu,
good.
are you
I
attuning
guess
to it?
I was about to say, if nobody else wants to attune to it, I will attune the fuck out of it. Oh yes. I am super curious.
What's the maximum number of items you can attune to? Is it 3?
I
I get the feeling it's 3.
3.
Okay.
I think
Is
it's
it
3. Because I already have the head of disguise and now I have the scimitar, so I don't want to.
I only have
kind of
the
actually do give it
rapiers.
to Lulu because I go, I guess it's fitting with your background with the slutty. Hand it to
I'm
her
just very
anyway.
curious. And I am not attuned to any items right now, so I'm gonna attune to this book.
Lulu, this is a tome of the warbled tongue.
It seems like it's yours
Okay.
anyway.
You're sort of just given this knowledge off the bat as you're sort of tuning to it, just sort of like holding it, focusing on it. You learn.
Slatty use?
Say what?
Is this the language that the Slatty uses?
No. This
Okay.
tome of the warbled tongue can be used as an arcane focus, and you immediately understand that any spell that is written down in this book can be used very quickly and without any material components.
Nice. Nice.
You can even cast it as a bonus action if
Oh,
you
ooh, ooh.
cast it from there. But when you write the spell down, it disappears once it's cast. So once you jot this spell down in the book and cast it, it's gone. You have to write it down once more.
Okay.
You can do that every day.
Actually, you would have here. So here's what you would do: you would spend your spell slots to put a spell into the book.
Gotcha.
So you would, like, if you wanted to do Thunderwave, you would jot the spell down, you would pour the power into the book, and it would store it on that page.
Gotcha.
But
And I could use it as a bonus action as well.
exactly, and you could use it without any material components, which we don't really do anyways. But you are not fully attuned to this book. You feel as though the book has more properties. You feel the book has this immediate property that allows telepathy.
Okay.
But
Oh, wow.
you feel as though the book is still garbled. You can't read any of the spells inside it. You also feel you can't use the book.
Okay.
You can use the telepathy. That's the only thing you really have access to. You.
Oh, so it's meant for someone else?
It is. It is meant for whoever rips out their own tongue and puts it on the book.
Oh, well, have fun with
Oh.
that. Go ahead and fully attune to that if you want.
I don't have the ability to regrow my tongue.
I mean, I could help you.
Otherwise, I totally would.
I pop out my claws and I'm like, I mean,
Oh my god!
I'm just saying I could be of assistance.
She does play the lute.
I think she needs her tongue in order to do that.
It would be a big
It's a hard
sacrifice
play.
on your part. That's
For me, I don't really need my tongue for anything.
That's a pretty intense decision. I'll go ahead and let you think about that one.
We'll just keep this around for right now. I feel like this tongue and this tome is this has been used by somebody before. There's a tongue right there. I don't know whose tongue this is.
You don't.
Is there any way we can find out?
It's not human. It's not a human tongue.
Well, I kind of figured that, but is there
Yeah.
any other way we can find out?
More powerful spell.
I
Somebody
need my
just had a
tongue for
thought.
cleaning myself, so I mean, I definitely can't do this.
Okay,
I could.
Lulu in character gasps,
Okay.
closes her eyes. Is there anybody that we know or that we've come across that can't speak?
Yes. There is one.
She
That
knows.
With a translator.
you now you know
Yeah.
she never spoke or opened her mouth.
Oh my god!
That's all you know about Scout.
Just a thought.
Do you say that out loud?
I gotta
Yeah.
write that down.
I instantly start growling as I put the pieces together.
Make a nature check.
Me?
Me?
Both of you. Both of you.
Not sure. I'm checking the nature of this tongue.
I am not proficient.
But you still got a freaking 19.
I got
Maddox,
a 19.
Maddox,
Okay.
tell me what this does to you. What this knowledge does to you. Your initial reaction as your sibling in arms is pretty much been accused.
Well, I feel like there's definitely a lot more to the story that has been told to me so far. I feel like I've even been lied to at this point. I definitely. But then again, I'm also conflicted because I feel like there could be, the aspect of her tongue was forcibly removed as a part of the freaking treatment by Anatar. So, I'm angry for various reasons, I guess, but I'm definitely, the hackles are up and I'm growling.
All right. Do you inspect the book and the tongue on
Yeah,
it?
I'm gonna look at it again.
Okay.
I want to see if it's got
I
like the little raspiness of like a cat tongue.
I look over
it is so
Go.
old that it's difficult to really tell, but after studying it for a bit, you can come to the conclusion that the tongue does not have those scrapey bits that Tabaxi have.
Okay. Does that seem
Now-
like because of age and wear, or because it's just not a tabaxi tongue?
It could be either of those, but you feel as though it would have some remnants. Unless it's very old, you don't feel as though this could be a Tabaxi tongue.
Okay, so I kind of take a deep breath and sigh a little bit at this, and I say it's not hers.
Would Kajay Mori and I know what he's talking about?
I assume so, yeah. The implication is pretty damning. But
Wait.
Okay.
No, because Art totally speaks, yeah. Sorry.
give me-
Scout's the only one that we know of that doesn't speak.
Yeah, that we know of.
No,
It
because
can't be.
Art speaks.
Yeah.
She speaks.
Scout was the only one who
Helms
needed a
speaks.
translator. So far
No.
that we met, at least.
Wait,
Are we
was
sure?
there another Rakshasa artist?
No.
No. And
I'm
the
trying to
one
remember if there was
the
some
one
artist-
speaks. Art. She speaks.
Luella, give me an intelligence check.
This has something to do with Granbu.
I
Oh,
feel
yes,
like it does too.
Oh,
Yes,
I
yes,
feel like it does.
Has
Oh,
something-
Lulu knows stuff that we don't again.
Just an
No,
intelligence.
she's attuned to the book.
I just know everything. Oh no.
Mhm.
So you don't know
Not this.
whether
I was gonna
don't-
say, not this time.
So you know that the tongue, the person whose tongue is on this book and is attuned to it, would have the ability to use the telepathic thing whenever.
Mhm.
you get the sense that you don't know if they have to have the book to do that. It might be an innate ability.
So you could reach out and talk to them, maybe?
Possibly.
No, it's the book's ability to use telepathic communication. You would have to guess if the person doesn't have a tongue, they would either have to abandon all pretense and just use telepathy all the time, or they would have to be very good at illusion in order to make it look like they're talking.
God.
Rakshasas are very good at illusion.
I would write all that down.
Okay.
But I feel like a Rakshasa tongue would be similar to a Tabaxi tongue.
So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to figure out what you're going to do next, and Nate Oroporo is just sort of hanging out with Othal and Pikri. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Tell me what you're doing next once I come back.
Okay. You guys, we gotta go visit Nate. We gotta go visit Nate. Oh,
Nate's
man.
with us.
Nate is
Or
with
not
us.
Nate, Kaya Oroporo. We got to. We have to.
Why?
We have to.
Why?
Because I think that Kaya is Renbu. I'm like 90% sure.
Why? What gives you that impression?
Remember the Detect Thoughts? He said, "Oh, Renbu's not going to like this." I don't think that they're actually.
But that doesn't mean that Kaya is Renbu. Then it just might mean that Nate's working for Renbu.
No, I think Kaya is Renbu because it fits the description. Also, Kaya has been funding this festival for years and years. She fits the characteristics of Renbu. I think that's who Renbu's disguise is.
Renbu is going to be in disguise for sure.
Yeah.
It's Kaya. And plus, she's been hanging out with those artists, like...
I think she's right.
Yeah.
You're going to have to confront your former master.
Oh, I'm so ready to do this!
Which, we need to do that before we meet the Rakshasa anyway, and I'm
Yeah.
that the Rakshasa and the Crimson are the same person.
Yes.
Well, if there's anyone who could help with that Rakshasa problem, your former master would probably be the only one who could stand a chance.
We might be able to convince him because
If
he's
he's not
very
allied.
selfish.
How do we know he's not allied?
Because he doesn't have an ally to anybody. He is not a big fan of Yulgoro. Therefore, he's not a big fan of Sorel. He is just
Sounds
so
very
self-obsessed. He is here to watch all of the art and hopefully get some new apprentices, I'm guessing, to
But
draw
if we
all
can
of his
convince him
pictures.
somehow that all this art will go away,
Oh, see, that's the
Oh, this
very
giant,
selfish side.
this Goliath has been hanging out at the art house.
Mhm.
So she would, as soon as she heard us saying that we think the female dwarf is Renbu, does she perk up at all? Because she's
Well,
gonna.
no, this was totally
Yeah.
out of character. I'm not going to tell you that that's
I'm
what
going to say that Othal, Pikri, and Nate are in the hallway. They're just sort of waiting for you guys.
Okay, so then in character, I say to everybody, I really, really, really believe we need to go back to the art house. I think Kaya Oroporo is not who she says she is. I
You
think
say that in
She
front of Nate?
is.
what? No, I say this in front of all of you guys. They're
Because Nate's in the hallway. He wouldn't
Yeah.
hear this.
Oh, okay. We're in the magic room.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miyako turns to Lulu and she goes, what makes you think this?
I have a really, really good feeling. I'm not going to say anything until I'm absolutely sure, but we'll just take a few minutes. If I'm not right, I'm not right. But if she is who I
you've
think
seen
she is,
what-
it could help us a
Well,
lot.
You've seen what, assumptions have done to us in the past. I'm not so sure, but
Well,
since
right
it's
now-
least
Lulu, we need all the help we can get.
Yeah.
So
considering
I'd be
we don't
familiar
know-
enough with Lulu's shenanigans by now that I knew she was detecting thoughts.
Yeah,
Just
and at this
whenever-
point, I mean, Miyako's like, kind of like, she's still hesitant, but at the same time, she's like, you know what, whatever. He's like, I got nothing else to do, and you know, I have nothing else to really like live for or do. So it's just like, all right, whatever.
At this,
let's go.
like Lulu is literally like bouncing on her feet, like.
Do you want me to roll an Arcana check to know? Because I would have seen her cast this a few times now.
Oh, I'm sure you would have probably realized that. Yeah, you don't have to cast. I'm sure you've been around Lulu enough.
I'm trying to.
I look directly at Lulu and I say, you know, what did you pick up? What was he thinking?
I think that somebody that we know, another person knows Renbu. I feel like you really need to, and I'm saying this very, very softly. You need to go back to the art house. You need to talk to Kaya or Aporo.
Voroporo.
Boro.
Do you think that she has something to do with all this?
Oh yes. You just give me a few minutes with her. And
I don't trust it, but we got nothing else to go on.
I'm just kind of
Lawyer
studying her while she's saying this, and
Yeah, I kind of am. Well, I'm not really studying her, but I'm just, like looking at her suspiciously.
how many times have I healed you guys? I
I'm
may
not
be the
looking
most
suspiciously. I'm just studying.
Yaka's suspicious as all get out.
Yaka's suspicious as well.
She don't care.
You know, and kind of gently I say, do you believe he is your former master?
He is.
She
No.
is. Do you believe
I raise my eyebrows.
And I just nod
If the
to her
shoe
and
fits.
say, the art house is next then. Let's finish this.
We've got to shoot that in the
Cage
picture.
and Lulu, while you guys were looking through the book, I forgot to mention this. You come
Oh,
across a page pretty early on.
Mhm.
I think it's like maybe like the third page, but it takes up the fourth page as well, because on the third page, there is a picture. It is a picture of a slotty, but this slotty is. I'm just going to show you.
Jeez.
Bam.
What does that ladder look like?
Oh God.
Oh, jeez.
That is what you see.
I look at it and I mumble under my. Oh shit!
Do we know who this is?
No.
Do we see this?
You do. This is the only.
And I look. So Miyako looks at Lulu, and she goes, "What the hell?
Shit.
You've got some explaining to do."
This is how we all die.
On the fourth page, there is another picture. It is a picture of a flask.
Does this flask look familiar?
It does not. It is, however, drawn to remarkable. Both of these illustrations are drawn with remarkable quality. The flask has various symbols on it, and the stopper, the screw-on stopper that sort of is at the tip, has this very ornate twist to it. But beyond that, you see that page with the flask on it has a humongous spell on it. Every corner of this page is riddled with arcane writing, all centered around this flask that is somehow bleeding the text over onto this illustration.
Okay.
Would
This
we
is important.
recognize any of this, or is it just Lulu and Kachin?
Just Lulu. Well, I think Lulu is.
Well, because I was
Lulu
thinking
and
I was-
Cage. You guys see this? This is the only like. It seems like the writing is gibberish, but the drawing is like clear cut.
Yeah.
You guys can see this, and the picture of the flask as well.
Yeah.
I'd say at this point, you would also find on one of the shelves is a gem. It's a red gem, faded. It has golden clasps around it. Looks like as though it could be hung from a necklace, but it's just sort of been discarded on this shelf.
And it does not look like a slatty gem or slatty stone, correct?
This one does look like a slatty stone.
Oh shit!
This
Of course it is.
now this stone on this shelf though, it is faded. It doesn't have a glow to it or anything like that. It is, in fact, the interior looks cracked.
That maybe.
Oh, it's an old slice gem. Do we see this?
Yes.
Do we know this? Like, know
no.
what it is?
No.
Can I roll like an Arcana check or something? Or?
You could, if you want.
I kind of want to.
I
definitely-
I kind of turn to everybody as I see it. Old
Is this
slatty
something we
stone.
need to be proficient in?
Nope, I know nothing.
Old slatty stone. It's a. You know the gems? The gems.
God, I
Slatty
suck.
gems?
Lulu, you would know that this is a slatty stone.
Yeah.
You guys, this is slatty stone. It doesn't look like it's bright anymore. I'm guessing the slatty has passed
Can
away
you
recently.
can you tell what color it is?
Red.
It's red.
Red slatty.
That's not good. So I'm
This
wondering
stone
if
was used to
whoever
control the red one then.
and maybe
So we
whoever
have a
wrote
red
this book.
slutty stone,
An
Along
old
with
red
the-
slatty stone.
along with a book that is
That's
bound
probably the
in
one we
blue
killed.
slat-
The crane we killed in the sewers.
Was
You
The coin was
see,
red, right?
you see on the page under the iron flask is a drawing of a slatty stone. But there doesn't seem to be any. It just looks like a slatty stone, from what you can tell.
And we can't
Sort
read
of
it.
like if you like put the pages like on like if you flipped really quickly, it would look
Yeah.
like the slatty stone is centered on
On
the flask,
flask.
like inside the flask.
Okay.
Is it
Alright.
possible to look through it like through some firelight? To see if we can see through the pages.
That's smart. You do this. Sort of holding out
Use
these thick
prestidigitation
pages.
and just make some flame.
As you when
Wait, what do you do?
as you do this, you see the arcane pages come to life. The iron flask
Smart.
sort of like it's putting on 3D glasses once you put that fire under it.
Okay.
They start to shift and swell. The iron flask begins to animate on the page, and it pops off the cylinder that it's sort of fixated on. And you see that the slotty stone on the other side of the page is inside the flask, but you see that some of the ink that has been used to draw this depiction of Rembu starts to slide towards the flask's opening.
Is Othal in the room with us?
No.
Do I?
Can
see
I
this?
call her in?
Yes. And
Right.
Othal, hearing her name, steps in, alert, but not concerned.
I
Yeah.
turn to Miyako and I raise my eyebrows. Like,
Miyako turns and she goes, "Come take a look at this. This I don't know, whatever it is, looks something like your tattoos and how they work."
She moves over. Does anybody...
I was about to say, I look at Athal and I'm like, I think you'll recognize this. However, I don't recognize the flask. Maybe you will.
She steps up, looks at the display that Kajimori has put on with his quick thinking, and her face hardens instantly upon seeing what must be a depiction of Rembu. She sees the slotty stone inside as well, depicted in this illustration and on the opposite page, and if her pale skin could go any lighter, you would say it would have to be translucent.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
She looks furious.
I look at her and I nod a little bit.
And she says, "Whoever this Slatty is, who's in charge of this nursery, they are very smart.
How so?
They seek the spawning stone that dwells inside Rembu.
Oh shit. At
They
this,
can control
Lulu
Rembu.
totally blanches. Absolutely white. Just like,
Cage just says if they can control Renbu, they would control that chaotic factor that
The
They
festival
need-
colors.
This is
It'll turn into
the
sun.
version.
no,
The festival. I thought it was merely a ploy to gain some ground on the material plane, so
No,
that the Slatty
bigger than
could fortify their existence here. If they stole Rembu's spawning stone, they would have control over the only force in Limbo that could deny Yogoro complete control.
that's what they seek.
The Slotty find hope in Rembu. He can change their colors, he can uplift their lives. The culture is bereft with complacency, obedience to the most powerful. Staking a claim on the material plane, effectively ending the gallery of colors. Both of these would spell an end to whatever resistance Limbo would have, and a strong start on the Slotty's presence on the material plane.
So basically, all hell would break loose.
If it is allowed
That's
to
what
come.
you're saying.
If it is allowed to come to fruition, yes.
I turn to everybody. I feel it's time to take Nate back to the art house. Now. I start walking out the door.
Alright. You guys leave?
Yeah. Oh, I did
Give
want to
the-
do it.
I'll give the room a once over on the way out.
Cage, do you take the sending stone?
Yes.
Okay.
I was about to say that, and then if anybody else hasn't picked up the tome, I'm picking up the tome and taking it with me.
Okay.
I wanted to go to the room with all the corpses and see if there's anything worth salvaging that I could put in with my formaldehyde bottles.
Besides a few tools, nothing really. It's really just a place to sort of patch up the holes.
I mean, with the corpses themselves, no like odd creatures or anything like that, just normal human bodies or whatever.
Not with your investigation checks. You don't see anything that would come of use.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right. You
I'm gonna make
leave.
this formaldehyde useful somehow. I'm just not sure how yet.
And you step out into the streets, the cold depths of the Weirdra Clinic still clinging to you. The sunlight barely doing anything to combat the unsettled anxiety that all of you no doubt feel. Nate has found a coat, sort of like an overshirt to put on.
Of course.
Gosh darn. But the Peakery and is sort of like bouncing with energy. Once again, he just starts hopping around at the site of the festival, in full swing, clearly. And he finds it hard to contain himself, and he just sort of points like, "Oh, once we get this settled, we should they got hopscotch, except it's the intermediate trial. Oh, you could win. This gold."
Can I make a perception check to see if I see anything out of the ordinary?
Sure.
Wait, we could win a what? A gold.
Oh, you get a gold nugget!
Oh, that's kind of cool.
And he says, "It's actually just like a fried dough. It's so yummy." No.
Lulu's looking around at the festival really, really longingly, like,
And,
also beautiful.
Oh yeah, and you see like the fountains in the the Moonwell Square. All of them are filled with like people who are like splashing around and sort of like paddling around in them, and they're just having quite literally the time of their lives.
Yeah.
Miyako, it's very... You feel uncomfortable looking at all this celebration, this innocence in the streets, with what you pretty much just learned. You feel this deep sense of discomfort, but
Yeah, and she's literally just like sweeping the festival and just like shaking her head at the same time, her arms crossed. She's not having it.
all right. You do notice that there's not a lot of guards. You see maybe patrols of 2 here and there, but you imagine that they're very stretched thin for this festival. You guys go to the art gallery, yes?
Wherever Nate thinks Kaya would be. Yeah. I'm
Sort
not
of-
sure if that would be the festival or their. little
Yeah, I
stand
don't
or
know
whatever.
either.
He crosses his arms and says,
Well, she's known for, she wants to take on the sights, talk to some people who she may have business with.
she's had a lot of investment in it.
Yeah.
She might be around, but she'll always come back to the art gallery, I feel like.
Okay. Plus, I would like to talk to Hilm and Art as well. Thank you, Nate.
You come to the art gallery, and you see that there is, in fact, a crowd there. You see that both of their pieces, Hiln and Art's pieces, have been put up on display. Hiln's is magnificent. It is a rolling hillside with the town of Braunfels in the distance. And you can see that the people in the distance are sort of moving and flocking towards the waving flags in this this matte painting. It's very impressive. And obviously magically made. You also see that Art's it's not as flashy. Her painting is, number one, it's more like a portrait. You see that it's a self-portrait, in fact. And you don't really notice... it's as you've seen her, sort of sitting on a tall stool, painting. And you really see that there's this subtlety to it. Depending on where you stand, you can see a human Art. What she believes she looks like without her tiefling appearance. Her Rakshasa heritage. And it's just a very striking... If you blink, you'll miss it. And then you see there's a stand where Othal is supposed to be. But she's clearly she clearly has more pressing matters.
At seeing this, I kind of
Like
look
you
over at
imagine
Othal
she would
and
be
I'm
there like flexing or something like
Yeah.
that. Be like,
Here's my art.
here's my art. I am the
I'm
canvas."
the art.
But you see that oh gosh, what's his name? Dwingvelt, the judge and the operator for this this gallery, is talking to various people as they look at it, and you see that he's also taking bids on some of the art pieces that are displayed. Do you go into the back rooms?
I look for a second. If I see Helm and Art, I am going to go and wish them congratulations on their art pieces, and then I'll go in the back rooms and look for Kaya.
I'm gonna follow her because I don't trust her alone.
Oh, please.
All right, Hiln and Art are not out here with their pieces, but you do go into the back, and you sort of search the back rooms where they made these fantastic art pieces, and you see that Hiln is in one of them, dozing off. You see that Art is in another one. You open both of them. Hiln's taking a nap, and Art is sort of in another room, just sitting there, looking very apprehensive.
I leave Helm to sleep, and I look into Art's room, and like at seeing her art, like I had literally gotten tears in my eyes. I'm like, I just saw your art, it's absolutely magnificent. Very, very good work.
Thank you. It's a little soured. though, isn't it? With everything going on.
Yeah. But maybe not soured. It's times like these where we can use art the most. So thank you. I appreciate that.
Can I insight check her to see if there's something like that she's like there's I just get this feeling like there's something that she's not telling us or that she's like apprehensive about.
Sure,
Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
So,
I think I want to join in on that.
okay. Fine. There's definitely something that's bothering her, but it also appears to be sort of like stage fright almost. She's nervous, and you don't know whether it's because of her art piece that is currently going to be judged by the end of the day, or if it's everything that's been going on.
Yana kind of steps up and she goes, "You're worried about something."
I raise my eyebrows like, yeah.
She nods, her ears sort of tilting back, and says, "I don't really. I just had high hopes for the festival, and just knowing that it's gonna be ruined."
Sister, sing me the song of my people.
Miyako kind of like shakes her head and she goes, "Look, you're not the only one that feels that way, and we're gonna do everything that we can to try and stop it."
There's one other thing as well. I just feel the Rakshasa.
Here?
And her eyes start to well up.
How close?
I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna like put my little arm around her.
And she says, my sire is in the city, and I know, and I don't know what to do.
Do you know where?
She gives a small, curious nod, but then she quickly gives a shake of her head and she says, I can't, I don't want to.
We
Why?
need your help. I need your help to destabilize him.
I'm just paint. I can't do what you do.
If you can help us figure out where the Rakshasa is, we can stop it.
I kind of lean
Then
my
you
head
won't
on
feel
her.
this. We won't feel this anymore.
We may not be able to take him head on, but we can destabilize his plans. We just need your information. Anything that you can provide will help. If you want him gone, this is the way.
Persuasion check.
I was about to say, at this, I kind of like lean my head on her shoulder and say, I mean, I was just a musician.
Oh,
Look at me now.
dang.
Going
Okay.
and fighting Slatty and stuff.
She wipes a few tears from her eyes and oddly enough, she smiles and says, "You're right. If I hate him so much, I might as well help however I can. I would have to go with you, though."
We'll keep you safe. Nothing's
He's
gonna
somewhere in
get
the
you
corner
over
of
my
the
dead body.
city right now. In one of the richer places.
That is where they would dwell. Keep your weapons sharp, just in case.
Always, and she just sort of like clenches her claws.
Yeah,
I
Miyako
look
checks
over
her
at
claws.
Claws.
Miyako and Maddox. I go, worst comes to worst. That there is their weakness.
Miyako chuckles and she kind of like looks down at her rapiers and looks back up at you and she goes, I always keep my weapons
Fortunately,
sharp."
my magic would not do too well. But, and I pull out one of my daggers. Always
So
ready.
the whole time this conversation's been going on, I've just been sitting there just like, you know, when you wake up first thing in the morning and your cat is like right here with that gaze
Like
of
Moxie today.
disapproval that you haven't woken up and fed it yet. So I totally got that look on my face, and I'm just watching this Roxasha the whole time, just like I am totally distrustful of the whole situation.
All right.
You're distrustful.
So, with that, she notices that Othal is here. And she says, "Are you gonna put your art piece up?" And Othal says, "I have better things to do than compete with you."
I like it.
Art sort of gives a nod and says, "Okay. Well, whenever you want to go, I guess."
Oh, first we have some business. And I think for a second, and I look over to Othal, and I kind of raise my eyebrows, like, and kind of jerk my head to her, and
Nate also perks up and says,
Where's my aunt?
and Othal says, "Where's the dwarf woman?"
Voraporo.
That is the question, isn't it?
And
we need her for a very important business.
Art sort of scratches her head and she says, she hung out for a while, grilled us, you know, very curious. She's gonna buy one of our pieces, at the very least. I think she wanted to go see the rest of the festival, though. You should find her somewhere in the Moonwell Square.
at this, I shake my head slightly. I look at Nate. There's no way that you could contact her to come immediately, is there?
He breathes a sigh and says,
Afraid not.
Are you sure?
I'm sure we'll hear her at some point.
he sort of looks at you a little bit.
I could just start yelling. Like, you know, where are you?
I don't think that's gonna help our situation, Dwarf Man.
Dwarf man.
I start, melting backwards. I'm gonna go outside and look for a street urchin.
Street urchin? There are several, but you see one with the telltale antlers, just sort of
really do.
Of course.
like she is galloping across the Moonwell Square.
I kind of wave to her to get her attention.
She gallops to you.
Motion her over.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, wild antelope.
Oh yeah, so fierce.
You are so fierce. I would like for you and your brethren to look for someone for me, quickly.
She sort of nudges her antlers into your knee and says, "I can find him. I'll find him."
Please, not me. I would not face you in battle.
Okay.
I pull out one of the gold coins that spilled out of the chest, and I hand it to her, and I say, "Please share with your family." And I describe the dwarf woman, and I say, "We must find her immediately." Off with you, off with you.
You and your urchin army.
I don't know what sound deer make, but she makes it and she runs away.
Oh, it's like
she roars. She just roars. Like it's not even a deer. It's just a ah.
I hold up my hands and I say, "Don't slay me, please."
She grants you mercy and pelts off into the rest of the Moonwell Square.
Okay.
And you see several other ones sort of converge upon her, and they all sort of start running
in different directions. I like it. It's my army.
So proud.
I turn to everybody and I raise my eyebrows. Do you think it'd be appropriate to wake up Helm?
Whom?
Helm Girdleby, one of the first,
As far as
one
you
of the-
know, the first.
yes, she's one of my friends. She shares a teacher that I had once.
We know about your friends. I'm sorry, I'm not in there. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Whoops.
I do go back inside
Yeah,
after I
no,
talk to the urchins. Then.
Would this be another student?
Yes. Perhaps the first student, actually. Also, perhaps one with some sentimental worth. And she's trying not to gag, actually. She's like, yeah, very important. Apparently.
Okay, so you have a history.
Oh, no. Not me. You'll see. You'll see if
Can
you
I
talk to
insight?
her.
Sure.
She's acting very strange. I don't like it.
If you believe
I know nothing.
they can
Okay.
help.
Crap.
I will tell you anyway, because you guys know this.
It's Lulu's seen all the goods. She just doesn't want to tell us.
No, so this is why I was doing this. So do you guys remember at the very beginning how Hilm's always like, oh yeah, I had a relationship with Renbu, and he had me paint all of his slotty, and he had me paint him, and there's a weird sentimental connection that's going on there, and I don't know if it's would be a good idea to bring her in on this. That's why she's acting so weird. Like, you guys would probably have remembered this.
If you believe it'll help. We know that Kaya is in the square somewhere.
Yeah, it
believe,
couldn't hurt.
I kind of look out the door. I go, I believe Maddox is on that. So we could
Okay.
wait a moment here, see if either she returns or what word we get back from the streets.
All right, I stand up and I squeeze Art's shoulder, and then I go over to the other room.
All right.
And
So the door is sort of like left open.
Mhm.
Hiln is just dozing on the floor.
Helm.
Wake
up.
No.
Wake up!
No.
Yes! I start nudging her with my foot.
Just like on her leg or foot.
Probably on her back. Like,
Okay. She goes, no. What?
yes.
What do you
Wake up.
want?
We first, do you know the art things going on right now?
I'm gonna
Right?
win.
You're gonna win.
I'm gonna win.
She's still like half asleep, isn't she?
I mean, your art is good. I'm not
Maybe
sure
I'll
if you're
go
going
up to
to
her
win.
and smack her.
No, I'm
Awake.
gonna win.
I don't think so.
She sort of like
Give it-
kicks her legs.
Can Miyako go up and slap her awake?
I guess. Do you literally just like crouch down and like bop her?
I mean, I just kind of like go up to her and go, Hill, wake up. And then I just kind of like, it's not like anything to do enough damage, but it's enough to like wake somebody up.
Like when you go on
Yeah.
somebody's cheek and you're like, wake up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I did a little bit more forcefully than that, but like I said, not enough to cause damage.
Her eyes bolt open and her cheeks sort of like billow out, like, and she just like glares up at you and lets out this long groan, and she's like, I'm awake.
All
You
right,
better
come
be.
on.
Because
We're
we have
gonna
some
be
questions
fighting-
to ask you.
Oh no, I think we have enough answers from you. Right now, we're going to go and have a chat with Kaya Boroporo.
Oh, sweet.
Have you guys been like bonding a lot? I noticed that she's been around the artists for a while.
She sort of like does a little like this, like, you could say that. You could say that.
I narrow my eyes. Nope. I'm not. Nope. Okay, come on. And I walk back out, shaking my head.
All right. So you have Hiln. Are you bringing Art as well?
She did say that she wanted to go as well, correct?
Yeah, I think Pikri, however, sort of perks up and says,
what if she comes back to, check on the artists?
Well, I was actually planning on hanging out around the gallery and seeing the pieces. And wait, I believe somebody said that Maddox was on.
Oh, could I hang out with you?
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
I will look at the art too. Like maybe I can make something really quick.
Oh, I forget. Yes, no, Pikri. And
You wanted
at
to
this,
enter the,
I get really
competition,
excited. Like, yes,
Pikri.
can you make
Now is
something?
your chance.
That's
Yes.
right. That's right. But
You do make wonderful art. Yes.
I'm sorry I kind of blew you guys up. So
we all survived, Pikri. It's
maybe-
not that big of a deal.
Maybe I can do some art here and keep watch for you instead.
You want to do that?
he feels extremely guilty.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. I turn to oh my gosh, I always forget her name.
Othal?
Othal. I want to say Oporo. No, Othal. I turned to Othal.
Othello is much closer.
Othello. Yeah, I know. I am sorry about the art. However, this little one is very, very keen on making some art, and I've seen it. It's very genuine and heartfelt. Really rather good, actually. If you don't have any plans, there is an open stool if you're not planning on using it.
Who are you telling this to?
Othal. Because
Othal.
that stool is hers. That's her spot.
Okay, sorry, I blinked out for a moment. Okay,
It's all good.
she sort of gives a nod and says, I have better things to do. The kobold can take my spot.
I turn to Pikri. I'm like, you have your very own place. And I gesture to the stool.
Ah! He just starts screaming, and it's very he just very excitedly starts setting it up. Judge Dwingveld, however, the keeper of this art gallery, sort of crosses his arms, says, you can't actually. That's reserved.
Oh, no!
Doomlaka, welcome. Are you ready to take your spot? And she crosses her arms and says, the kobold is taking my spot. And he sort of narrows his eyes, just very suspiciously, and he starts to protest, but she sort of reaches forward and just puts her hand on his face.
Yes.
I'm coming! Here I come!
And screaming, "Oh, thank you." And she just one tattoo sort of sparks to life and just sort of wriggles around his nose. Something happens, and he just stands there. And then she sort of pulls back and says, "You can work now," and just walks away. And he looks like he's paralyzed. He's just standing there with
Did
this
shit possess him?
with his stock smile,
Miyako kind of turns to her
we've seen
before
her
she
use this
walks
before,
away,
the
and she goes,
paralysis.
Mhm.
"She goes, what did you
With
do
Lulu.
to him?"
She shrugs and says, I have several of these. Paralyzes my enemies.
We might need those, though. I just don't want you to run out
Yeah.
very quickly. Though, I appreciate it, and I'm sure the kobold does as well.
He should stay here.
I believe so.
This is dangerous work, you understand.
Yes.
I go, Pikri, you have helped just like you promised you would. But now, this is your calling. This is what you've always wanted to do.
Yeah, but it felt really cool pretending to be big and wonderful and super fast,
Have
Maddox and Gage.
I heard any of this? Have I come in back in time?
Yeah,
to
you
hear
said
it?
you came back, so yeah, you see this.
I kind of place my hand gently on his shoulder, and I say, you have many dreams you wish to follow, but today is the only day you can follow this one. There will be more adventures ahead for you.
You're right.
I take a knee and I extend my hand. And I go, do yourself proud. And I'll extend my hand to shake his hand.
He hugs your arm
Oh.
instead.
Aww.
And,
Miyako just nods at him.
oh. And he sort of just says,
Cage, thank you for helping me. It really means a lot.
Oh.
Always.
And Maddox, thanks for letting me tag along. And
You have
he,
been a great pupil.
Okay, I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna get the paint.
he starts looking around. He runs into the back to get like a spare canvas and a easel, and he's like wildly ready to start. Art and Hiln are accompanying you guys, right?
Mhm.
Okay. You have all three artists, sort of standing around with you guys, and they say, "All right, where are we going?"
I turn to Maddox and where you said that you had a way of to finding out where Kaya was or is.
Yes, I have the little ones looking.
So
Alright,
after
I
a
follow
little
your
while,
lead.
if you guys want to wait for Maddox's child posse, they'll return. It'll take like maybe 10 minutes. You guys want to get like
This is
some like
army.
food in the meantime?
Yes.
His urchin
Pretty
army.
much, yeah. We've
I like-
it's been quite a while since we've even
Yeah.
eaten or drank anything.
So I think it's just going to cost like, I don't know, like 15 silver for the meals for you guys.
Gotcha.
Out of our 2,000 gold each.
Yeah.
Yes.
Somebody mark that down if you will.
I have it. It's on my character sheet.
I think we have a party sheet as well somewhere. Party loot sheet.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Do
We need to
we?
make one.
If you get, yeah, you could probably. Make
Yeah, player notes. I mean, we could just keep a note section for.
Yeah, like I said, I have it in my little like inventory.
Because I mean, I'll just
section.
give half of
Petty
like
cash
1,000
box.
gold out of my 2,000 to party loot. So we like have a group treasure, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And upon getting your food and waiting for a little while, Maddox, some children come by. Some of them, none of them with antlers, but still, they're obviously like they're part of the child
Okay.
gang.
So they're not the leaders.
Nope.
King.
But
Child gang.
they sort of
Leadership gets antlers.
they come to you and they say, "Yeah, we found that dwarf lady you were looking for. She's just playing hopscotch."
What?
I look around at the party like, you know, with the what is hopscotch kind of questioning look on my face.
It's a game that children play. Don't worry about it. That's not important.
Yeah, but she's doing the expert level.
Can you
Oh.
lead us to her?
Totally.
Let's see what's
We
going
need
on.
to go. We need to move now.
Okay.
And I, get up and start following after the child guide.
All right. So these two boys guide you along, running through the crowd, and eventually they do like yell at some of the priests at one of the temples nearby. You do hear them yell, "Bashaba, strike you down!" And they just start like running along. They yell this at every temple they pass by. But you eventually do get to one of the center fountains, where it looks as though there are several different people congregated in lines. And if you had noticed, there was one particular elf who was doing chalk drawings. And it appears as though he has made hopscotch courses. And the first one is your general hopscotch. Then there's a second one that's a little bit, it sort of goes in a circle, and there's like two stones that you have to use to sort of like, get around it. Then the third one like, that's when it starts getting weird. The third one actually has floating rocks, like flagstones, with the
That's
numbers on them. And they're not too high, but they certainly are. It's getting a little tricky. You have to, like, hop on one leg through these floating flagstones. And then, the expert level currently has Kaya Voroporo, rocking it. She
God.
is on one arm, upside down, hopping from moving platform to platform. Very spry for her age. And obviously making the crowd gasp and cheer for this feat of athleticism.
Yeah, I definitely, at this display, I look around at the rest of the group like, there's no way an ancient dwarf lady is going to be able to do this.
Yeah, I'm shaking my head and I'm like, there's something fishy about this, and I don't
And
know.
after that, I immediately spring into action and attempt the course expert level.
Oh my goodness.
A new
Oh
challenger.
my god.
Give me
Challenge
an
accepted.
acrobatics. Now, here's the thing. Give me an acrobatics check.
I'd like to touch Maddox before he goes and just give him guidance.
What does that do?
He'll give you an additional D4 to an ability check.
Oh,
Means
nice.
you get an
Use.
additional D4 to your acrobatics.
I like it.
Say, go get them.
I
You
need
get a
it.
16.
You need it. This is going to be a
I
versus
need
test.
to roll a
Oh
d4.
no, you need to roll, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a versus test.
Dang, I rolled really low because I get +9.
15.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh!
You tie. So both of you, you immediately jump into action. This game of hopscotch is new to you, but you take a moment to sort of study the lower levels, and the rules are
Right.
pretty clear. You have to alternate between legs whenever the stones sort of go up in number, and if they're side by side, you have to put both of your legs onto those two stones, and it's very different.
Okay.
You played a similar game as Anatar was training you, but it hurt a lot more.
Oh,
Of course it did.
That's probably true.
It certainly trained your reflexes and balance coordination.
But
But
the punishments for failure were far more extreme.
oh yes, with this, Kaya Voroporo is clearly showing off. It is not necessary for her to do handstands, but she eventually is like sort of 10 feet in the air, sort of hopping between these moving platforms of flagstones. Not a lot of room for your foot, but you, however, immediately begin to catch up. Once more, please. And you still have
Yes.
guidance.
Come on. That's good.
Ooh. Alright, and you
Dang.
begin to get a leg up on her. Do you want to
Oh,
add
shit.
guidance to that, or no?
21.
21.
21 total.
Man, so she had a head start, but now you're beginning to catch up with great speed and agility. You're able to anticipate when the moving flagstones are in the right position, and it's actually much harder than it looked as you watched, because not only do they move from side to side, you eventually get to a part of a course where they're going diagonally up. So you are just like rocking this shit.
Okay.
And by the end of it, you guys are neck in neck. One more, please.
this
we go.
will be interesting.
Come on. Oh,
Oh! Guidance?
good,
Wow.
I got the guidance.
'Cause she
a
gets
little
one.
bit.
Oh,
Oh my god. I think
A
that's
little
a
bit.
that's a tie. I think. No!
Is it a tie?
I think you win. Yeah, you win. By one.
Okay.
You win by one.
wow.
Let's see
Right.
this reaction.
Alright.
So I land just before her?
Yes, but here's the thing. The only way you could do it is if you leapt over her.
I do it, totally.
So you sort of do this front flip that just soars over Kaya Voroporo, who only now has taken notice that I'm being shown up right now. What the fuck? And And then, before she can even, like, be like, oh, I better finish really fast, you do this little, like, I don't know, double, triple, axle, 90 degrees, superhero landing.
All of the things.
Yeah!
He just does all of the things.
And then, you land, and, the elf that has made this course lets out a cheer and goes, "Ah, winner!" And starts clapping, and all the crowd begins to go, "Oh, well done! Well done!" And
So as she lands down next to me, I just kind of grin at her and I say, "It seems you are more than you appear."
she nods and says, "Ooh, you know, another reason I come to these festivals, cardio. It's important when you're as old as I am to be as limber as you possibly can. You know, there's a lot of food here that is not good for you, but still, I like to indulge."
Can I insight check her?
How old are you exactly, Brenda?
Well, I believe I've reached my 200th and
I call her
I'm
Brenda.
insight checking her.
I
really?
say, how old are
Oh,
I say,
yes,
how old are
really.
you?
Although I don't know much.
You guys, you do not have any subtlety.
No.
I don't know anything. So
She doesn't seem to
okay.
take notice of.
Well, I mean, I'm up on this
comments.
contraption and I'm talking relatively quiet to her. I mean, I'm not like yelling it across the world or anything.
I wouldn't know anything anyway because then that one. So
Yeah. Actually, you're kind of Miyako. You're kind of startled. If this is Renbu, my goodness, they are adept at not only changing their shape but their voice as well.
yeah. And I'm a little concerned for Maddox, but I don't say anything.
But yeah,
So
Maddox.
does she react when I call her Renbu?
No, she sort of just glosses over it. Didn't seem to notice.
Kaya, I believe we found your nephew.
Oh, wonderful, Nate! I've been looking
Nice.
for you. That's a
We're
lie,
looking for
Miyako.
them
She has
down.
not been looking for him.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's obvious. And Miyako's like, you haven't been looking for anyone.
I get distracted very easily. Nate, my
Bullshit.
dear nephew! And she like
Okay,
claps
so-
his ears and goes,
Bullshit.
"How have you been?"
As a part of Mage Slayer, when I hit something, they have disadvantage on holding concentration.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Nice.
so I want to reach out and just, like with my claw, just a little bit, just tap her on the shoulder, just enough to do like a hit point of damage.
Okay. So I need to make a concentration check. 1 and 2.
Oh,
For concentration, do I have to roll over 10? Was it?
I don't know.
Yeah. For
I have no
Cage or Lulu, do you know how concentration works? It's been a while since I used it.
It's been
Is
a while,
it
man.
against a DC?
I was gonna
of
say
some
Vincent
It
will
is
probably
against-
know
it
out
is
of,
a-
out of
it
all
is-
of us.
It's a DC.
It's
Yeah,
DC.
There is a
something,
DC, I think.
but I have
Well,
to find concentration. Cantrips, duration, concentration. Dang
I
it!
remember.
It was supposed to be here. Maybe chat knows.
James,
Chat, help us out.
Oh, so the concentration, I know like it. Oh no.
Yep,
It
it's
does
the DC equals 10. And she does in this form. She cannot hold her form. And instantly, once you sink your claw into her and do 1
We
point of
got a
damage,
snatty son.
bam! Suddenly, she is not this kindly old dwarf merchant.
Mage Slayer, son, let's do this.
She's literally this.
Do we see this happen?
Yes. And
Yeah, everybody sees
and
this
before,
shit.
and before
My
you
rapiers are instantly out.
Wow.
and before you can react, there is a 12-foot tall Slotty
Oh my
with
god.
what appears to be the most extravagant, beautiful fucking cape you have ever fucking seen. It
Is that a rainbow cape?
It is iridescent, and man, it has all the colors of the wind, inlaid with silver and gold.
Oh my god, it's Renbu.
You also see this along this this slatty toad head is this mane of stark white hair, just beautifully flowing in the wind and sun. And not only that, this slatty is fitted with bangles of dazzling array of gems and other jewelry, just outright amazing. But what is most
he's like the rainbow guard of all rainbow guards.
yes.
Exactly,
Do you know why? Do you know why? Because
it's
this
Renbu.
slatty's skin is not red. It is not blue. It is not any single color. It is all of the colors.
He is the
Okay.
Slatty
And
Lord
it is
of
literally
colors.
a shifting rainbow.
So I
Just
totally knew this was gonna happen, but I
Uh-huh.
still like instantly shrink back, wide eyes, with my ears back. I mean, I pee a little bit even. Just looking at this thing.
I kind of
And,
look over at Mag, going, "Well, that happened,"
Well, that's
and then
happened.
kind of just stepping back as well.
Can I point
And I definitely
attention to
looked
the
down at
chat?
the party like, oh shit, you know.
I have made mistakes. So
I immediately regret my decision.
yes. What happens next is the slatty's face breaks out into this big, wide grin, and immediately the three artists are standing like stock still.
Including me? Or
They
no?
are gaping, like they
Oh, yeah.
cannot believe what has happened.
Oh,
and
cool, I
then-
was right.
And then, Renbu, the Slad Lord of Colors, stands up straight and sort of curls his webbed fingers together into this, like, what a show! What a show! Well done, Maddox! And I need everybody to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh my god.
I at this point I don't look surprised. In fact, I'm grinning a little bit because I'm so proud I was right. Lulu is just like, I knew it.
Crap.
You said a charisma?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do I still happen to have the guiding thing going on?
That doesn't help for saves.
Does not.
I don't have anything to help me either.
Ooh, can I have
Oh!
advantage? Can I please have advantage? Please, oh please.
No.
Don't
Oh.
halflings have,
No, I
Something
think
like
that's
that.
elves.
All right.
Elves who are
or do you have
resistant to
luck?
being-
Yeah,
Do you have
they-
luck for,
I
because
do
you're
have
elves
luck,
have it,
but that's
yeah,
just
elves.
for natural ones.
Yeah, I think elves are immune from being charmed, but like
Yeah,
half-elves-
they are.
We do. I
'Cause I
don't
play-
know if we have any
Because I
rerolls.
play.
for that
No, I
case.
play an elf. They're immune from
You're
being
okay.
charmed.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Why? Why? Everybody else.
Maddox, Hiln. Actually, wait. Let me look at what order I did that in. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody but Cage, Art, and Othal. You are absolutely smitten with this
Freaking kidding me.
Slotty.
Yes.
He is
Yes.
literally the most beautiful, handsome thing that has ever crossed your path. And similarly, the entire crowd is absolutely wide-eyed at this. They are wearing big smiles, and they begin clapping. And Maddox, holy shit. This guy just said, what a good show, Maddox Bow. Congratulations. And
I am
Renbu-
so stoked on this compliment, dude. I am like, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Renbu starts to
Oh, you
clap
could do the
very
cat
gently for you.
between, like the cat between the legs thing.
I don't go quite that
Oh
far.
my god, no.
And he says, you know, I don't do this often, but I think we need to see that again. He snaps his fingers, and instantly all of the chalks that had the chalk lines, like, are pulled up from the ground, and he begins to just sort of like twirl a claw like this, and the crowd is sort of going ooh, ah, and he's drinking it up, and he has this big shit-eating smile on his face.
Damn it.
Cage. And
I'm all about it, dude. I jump right back down to the starting line, and I'm like ready to race again.
There,
I'm
like you see the line, this iridescent, shimmering line that just it never stays on one color, and then he sort of opens his cape like this and sort of puts it in front of you and just like sort of waggles his eyebrows at you, like, "Are you ready to show us what you've got?"
Yep.
Is there anything that we can roll that would help us get out of this?
I'm ready to race. Let's do this. I'm like
Yeah.
cracking my knuckles. I'm
Yes.
stretching.
Lulu is
Doing the little
cheering,
run
like,
and place thing to warm up.
Miako's got a smirk on her face.
And
So
then
she doesn't show emotion much.
Cage will walk up and just say,
Oh!
"It is a good trick. I do it too. Please release them. We have more pressing matters."
oh, what could be more pressing than this? And he just
Maybe someone seeking your stone.
and he sort of just give me a acrobatics check, Maddox, with advantage.
Yeah, let's do this, man. I'm ready.
With advantage.
How is... I have kind of an idea.
Cage, he once he like sort of whips his cloak like a waving flag for Maddox bow. Oh my
crap.
fucking god!
Yes.
I'm like doing handsprings and shit, one-handed fucking
All over
on
the place.
doing the flip with the
I
tail
love it.
flare.
Oh,
dude.
by the way, this course, it is like, have you ever played Dance Dance Revolution? But there's always that one song that is just like
Yeah.
the heart. You're pretty good at medium, but then you see what the song is like at
You
like
can't,
extra
you
difficulty.
can't do it.
like
You-
hard. Yeah.
Yeah, this is exactly what it's like for you, Cage. You just saw someone do hard mode, and now this is like colossal mode. Maddox, you are
Good game, everybody. Everybody did a really,
everybody did a
good job.
really good job. Maddox, you
nailed
get
it, bro.
Maddox, you get a D6 modifier in the future. Okay, so go
Yes.
ahead.
Okay.
Thank
Four.
you.
I have an
Jace.
idea.
What's your